made out with the white chick and called her a mayonnaise mama.
Oh dear.
Yep.
And her, they made out, so it was on her licking hole.
Oh, God.
So just that right there, like she sang a song about it, and so that little quip right there just lives forever in my brain.
This is now one of my favorite cold openings ever.
Welcome back, Internet.
Say hello, Internet.
Hello, Internet. We're talking about butt stuff.
What's on your...
As it were, it was face stuff this time.
Oh, face stuff.
Yeah. Hello, Internet. What's on your licking hole?
Oh, God, I die. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a mean purchase of pre-made mayonnaise-based salads tomorrow for our event on Tuesday. It's gonna be great.
Oh, no.
Like I said, what's going to be there?
I saw the list.
Yeah, you saw the list.
Yeah. So I was like,
It's not fine.
unnecessary carbs.
Not in my house.
Oh, sorry. Well, I'll smuggle them in. Let's get you on the back.
You can eat it in the garage.
It's like, Tony,
huddled together.
Tony, why are you
I
wearing...
got over a bowl of this potato salad.
Tony, why are you wearing...
She opens the door, we both look over like,
Why are you wearing a trench coat?
Yeah, it's 80 degrees outside. Look at those bulges on your hips.
Oh, no. So it goes straight to your hips.
Why is Tony climbing the fence like a bag of boba?
Oh, fuck, guys.
Wow.
Very, like,
This is the gentle one.
Hey, y'all got any of the Midwestern salads?
Minnesota's that aren't Minnesota salads that aren't really salads. Dude, Chris's mom was obsessed with making like the fucking Cool Whip
Ambrosia?
orange Jello
oh yeah.
canned mandarin orange thing, and I was like, I don't like whipped cream, I don't like Jello, and I don't like nothing out of a can. Like I've eaten fresh fruit my whole life, fresh fruit, and she was like, well, you've never had mine, and I'm like, it's the same shit. Like, you buy a tub of Cool Whip,
different?
you buy a box of Jello, and you buy a can of oranges.
Thanks,
You
Rabbit.
marinate
What's
yours?
different?
Like,
Yeah,
what manipulation?
Don't look at the general chat.
Oh, God, no.
Also a very cursed image.
Oh, no.
Well, fucking goddamn it! Now I have to go look.
I looked, but now we have. Let's scroll it off because I don't want to stare at that shit anymore.
You know,
No, it looks like a body part.
look, if you can make it either vegetarian or vegan Jello.
It looks like it's got a pucker.
I'll put,
It really
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
oh, yeah, hold on.
And
That's
what's
a
that
pretty-
right there? That's probably cancer. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm gonna stop now.
Oh,
Tony,
Jello.
stop.
I would like
I blame
to-
Tony. It's his
I would
fault.
like to brag that Lisa does like my Jello.
And what happens every time I eat it?
Inexplicably, and you get really mad because it's good.
oh boy, it's K-Boys now. Okay.
You're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather have
That's
the,
why he's.
I'd rather have the butt Jello.
No,
I'd rather have the
we get this
K-Boys.
instead.
I like the boys better.
We get this instead.
Whatever, Rabbit. You make that thing out of
I've got Sunquan.
non-meat products, and I will motorboat that shit.
I've got
I don't
Sunquan
care.
doing one of these.
I'm here for strawberry.
Right.
And Yeonjun.
I missed.
I don't know what he's doing, but he's doing it.
And
Yeah, he's
internet.
doing the thing. Certainly.
And there's a butt pad at the end, so that's all that matters to me.
And internet right on time for summer or new line of shirts. I'd rather have the butt Jello.
Yeah, than that K-Boy. I mean, yeah, that'll be on the front and on the back.
Oh, God, no.
Okay, should I go over what we did last time? Maybe.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh,
Okay.
absolutely.
Well, wait. I thought I was ready, but I wasn't. Because I'm on the wrong part of my page. Wow, May 21st. Seems forever ago.
It was.
It was.
So essentially, we're planning a murder party
was
now.
30
That's the
Another one.
basic.
Murder
thing.
Party is my favorite part of this game.
It's our third one.
Second?
I thought it was. Well, one of them we didn't plan ourselves.
Yeah, second that we have planned actually.
Yeah.
Ourselves.
The first one
Yeah,
was
you know.
like we crashed it kind of.
Like
But we
when
planned, but we did the work up until it.
like
We
when
didn't plan
guitar
to
shy
crash
when
it.
like
Yeah.
when guitar guy shows up to a party, it becomes a guitar party. We show up and it becomes a murder party.
You bring the murder with you.
Absolutely.
Okay, like early in this episode, we
We know
found
we
out
like-
about Augustina and Xavier's child.
Oh
It was
God.
a sad story.
Oh, Jesus, I was like, buckle the fuck up. Here we go. It's time for an incredibly French interlude.
Yes.
You know.
Hey,
It started with our son wanted to be like his father and joined the military.
Tony walked out. He was like, this is sad shit. I'll be back in 20 minutes. Give me the cliff notes. When did he die?
Well, as it were.
He went on an impossible mission at the Montaigne side and died. And because of it, actually, Sebastian was mentioned in this story because he defected
it was
to
his
Castile
fault.
after that,
Oh,
You
only
gave
have
the
one
order.
specialist skill. My bad.
and then he
Under
felt
protest,
bad.
but he
Yeah.
gave the order
You only have
nonetheless.
Oh, did we change or didn't we change that rule?
What was the rule?
I don't think I have more than one. I don't think I actually.
What was the question?
Oh, I didn't realize you couldn't
Specialist.
purchase more than one specialist skill because it says you can only have a singular specialist skill.
Let me check mine.
I mean, if
I don't know if I have one.
Yeah, I think specialist is unique because it's a.
Yeah, no, I have a legendary trait and a specialty. And a specialist.
you can have more than one legendary trait.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
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 Yes.
Yeah,
Okay. It doesn't say. Yeah. It says you can.
Yeah,
have more than one
specialist, you
legendary
can only have it on one skill at a time, so you have to rebuy it to move it to a different skill.
Yeah. But I have double brawn because I have specialist and legendary trait on my brawn.
You can specialist an ability or a trait. That's cool.
I don't have any of that.
trait. John, question.
I have masterpiece crafter.
Can I take more than one
I will.
specialist?
I will pay double points for this, but to fulfill my Witcher, my
Witcher?
my
There we go.
my Witcher insides.
Yep.
Can I take alchemist?
Uh-oh. There'll be two.
Generally speaking, that's only Castilian. I get it. If you
Yep.
say no, I will totally accept it.
Well, we already have one.
Okay,
So
fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
we
No problem.
have an alchemist.
Okay, so
What kind of magic you got?
anniversary
You
of the
can
son's
cheat with
death
that.
was 3 weeks ago.
Although Jimena is more the sorcerer version of alchemist as opposed to wizard, right? Like that's
I mean,
one of
you're getting better at it.
Jimena's-
Oh no, she's
Fuck
definitely
off
learned.
now.
Yeah. No, it's great.
All right, so next part.
She labels her vials now. It's great.
There was the goss. The goss happened.
I know what
and
they
then
do.
and then Jimena went and visited Sebastian and got some.
Yeah, well, it's because that story.
Oh yeah,
What?
that story inspired it. I
you're
think.
official now. That's adorable. That's right.
Oh.
That's
Yes,
nice.
it does say since Augustine's story
And
reminds her of him.
Josecito Perito's getting
Because she was like, I'm going to walk the dog, and then left.
Yep.
And we were like, why did she need to
They
announce
fucked
that?
on the table where everyone eats.
None of us know.
Because that's
but
just,
hey.
because that's just
No one knows.
unclean.
No, that whole room.
I
Sorry.
sanitized it
That's
after.
what's-
Yeah, that
I
whole
gently
room got
set it on
cleaned and
fire.
sanitized. The old man who mans the bar looked significantly angrier when everybody was here because he had to do it. So he
And-
basically had to deep clean the entire room.
And then Genevieve visited her
So I just
crone
had a mental
mentor, I guess.
Have you on your back, right? He's
Oh, the
going on-
crone?
And you just
Yeah.
like grab a piece of bread.
I need a little stamina.
Right. You don't pause. Come on.
It's like
No.
it's right there.
It's
Why wouldn't you
multitasking.
like?
Why wouldn't I have two of my favorite things at the
That's
same
right.
time?
Exactly.
Sebastian gave the command, and the guy was like, "All right, where?" And Sebastian's like, "Just clean the whole thing,
I didn't watch for spatter.
just top to bottom."
For your mental health and my mental health, let's not get specific.
We were not especially cautious, so
I don't have any opinions about this. I got my husband with me all the time.
Yeah,
You don't know what we're doing.
Yeah,
I wake up real early. You don't know.
yeah.
Anyway.
you go to bed real early too.
You and your garments.
Yeah, you don't want to know.
They-
They stand in the corner murder.
They
Like,
say
do
they
it.
stay stain free because they wouldn't allow any such things to happen to them.
how many garments have been created specifically for this purpose? You don't know.
Oh
Yeah.
wow!
You definitely don't.
Leandro was like, I will go put on my bathrobe.
Oh
You
my
know the
God.
one.
Well, what wonders?
Business sucks.
What wonders could a garment perform if it had control over its own fibers?
Okay, so yeah, Jenny went to visit grandmother, asked her about what sort of disease is in the city,
Looking
Oh
for
yeah.
I'm looking for the baddies that are.
and she says that they smell like snakes, because she asked what they smell like first. They smell like snakes. The people who don't want Odisseo to triumph, and she also suggested that Musabi, our pet inquisitor, I guess? I don't know.
Yeah, he's my
Um,
pet.
May be in danger, and then Jenny was like, yeah, Elohim won't let him die. And she said, it's not up to him.
It's not Elohim's choice.
You don't strike me as a subtle individual, but it's still fun and actually kind of makes sense in the dark woods of Ison.
So no, I thought about that, but although I probably will take that. There's a
Shania
couple
has
of them that are
nail.
like desperate, like team play
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That work
Well,
on
it's
me.
mostly because
This is dominantly
the
for
crone
the
basically
deep
asked her
jungles
if
of-
she needed
of
to curse anybody.
Mesoamerica.
And she was like, oh yeah,
and
find like a
and the
good
Caribbean.
iron
Oh, I
nail
gotcha.
planted
Yeah.
under
Oh, I see.
their...
But
Yeah.
I have
Under
taken,
their
like,
bed
3
or
four
under a
of them that
bathtub
were
is
Like, I
special.
can make this work. These are fun.
I think I missed something, because I...
Yeah, she gave me iron nails, but I only accepted like a few of them.
Because
Yeah.
it mentions the general, but I don't remember why we have to kill the general. It just says that Jenny comes home and tells us we have to kill a General
Oh, I got it.
Georges
Oh,
Maurice.
it's the fucker who kidnapped my
100%.
sister.
Yeah.
Right. But wait,
His,
I
his
might consider
wife,
that one.
his wife is
But it doesn't come
the-
up that often.
No,
Some
but
the
people-
Sarmatian,
Might not.
Who put the
or
demon
who
in?
basically has a
I'm here
pact
for that
with
fight.
the...
at some point or
Right,
another,
yeah, I
at some
know
point or
that.
another, that's
Oh,
gonna be
yeah.
that's
I'm
exactly.
not sure
there's
how
a
that
couple
came
of those,
up
and
in
it's like, all right,
that
well,
last
Because
comment.
I know
See how
he's
that
here.
goes.
He
They're
needs
in
to fucking
town.
die.
But he is here. We do need to kill him. It's true.
Yeah.
And they're part
I
of
will
the
happily
people...
help with that. I was just
Oh,
like,
no.
did I miss something? In the
Jenya was
middle there?
specifically trying to figure out where the snakes were, and this is one of them.
Yeah.
Plus, you got a short list.
We don't have a slap board here, but
Yeah, you have a list of all the people.
thank you, Manda.
hell yeah. Teach them how to play horseshoes.
Oh
Um,
no, it's so sad.
Jimena's buying an estate.
And Soy Persona de la Vega.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
So, Jaren, nobody...
Oh yeah, you're hosting a party.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're,
yeah.
you're gonna be the new
Yeah,
Duchess.
yeah. You're gonna
Yeah,
be,
it
that's-
says the last thing I wrote down last time was we're gonna have a murder party.
Ooh, I get to
Yeah.
make up a fake
Oh,
name.
You're
for
gonna
you.
go
Hold on.
buy a house.
We're gonna come up with a fantastically racist name for you. Hold on.
Jimena needs to go buy a property. Slash the house that...
The murder
The
party.
house
The
that
last
we murdered
murder
people
happened
in
then.
last time.
Yeah.
The house that
The
murder
house that had
built.
the elephant.
Wait, do we have a list of people?
I have
Yeah,
one
you
land.
Oh yeah, and we're gonna invite them all.
You ran
and
it-
then we're gonna take them off to separate rooms and give them ultimatums while we murder the one we
You ran
absolutely
it by
need to kill.
Usha first.
middle.
But
as a
where did we
courtesy.
get the
gonna be
list from?
Some somewhere.
Luna Maria?
It was part of the... Yes, it was Luna Maria's investigation.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
And
yes,
that's why I'm so beat up, because we saved
Yeah.
her and I gave her a new lease
Oh,
on
okay,
life.
okay, yes, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's been a while. Now I get it.
Yeah.
So we do have that list. We went back to the restaurante after the deed, the next day I think, and showed the list to
You
Usha
wish.
Serafin. I don't care.
It wasn't the next day.
Oh well, whatever.
None of you are the wiser. None of
No.
you know.
Yeah,
I'm
that's right.
especially none the wiser.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jenya especially doesn't know.
And then the horrible things. Well,
But yeah, she
Oscar
looked
is
at the
an
list and
inkling
was
because
like,
of the
okay,
walking the dog situation.
that Oscar just knows.
most of them. She said, okay, that's fine, but there's 5 of them that she said they might have been put on the list in duress. So, guess they're not on the list anymore. And then. Oh, I made a banner. Forgot about that.
Yeah, you made a banner.
I made a banner for our company.
For the liberation.
For liberation, yeah. Okay. And
I
she
feel
wants
like
to
we
mass
workshopped
produce
that a little
them.
bit. Yeah.
And
Felt like it was cool.
yeah, did I even write what it looks like? Anyway, and that's about it. Now we're just planning a murder party. That's yeah, we got there. That is what happened.
Well, that was a lot.
I mean, it wasn't really a lot. I actually only have like 2 pages of notes for that day. But it just took a while to get through it.
Hans? No.
We already had Hans Fritz. We can't have another one.
No.
That's why it's Franz Fritz. Franz.
Franz Fritz.
What was his brother's name? Klaus Fritz?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Hans
Hans and Klaus.
I think.
Fritz.
Which
One made shoes, one made hats.
Which one was the
Yeah.
common?
Okay, I'm
The
done.
Hans-
beginning and the end.
Fritz.
The top
Yeah.
and the bottom.
There's top and bottom, nothing in the middle.
John, do you want to look over all my stuff, or
Yeah,
is it?
I will look over all your stuff.
He needs
Also,
to
by the
know-
way, nobody will know what your character looks like because I posted the picture, but it's above the butt
The-
jello with this.
Oh, I've been
so-
staring
Oh,
at
I
it for
saw
hours.
it. I saw it before.
Yeah.
I've been staring
I'll
at it
grab
this
the
entire
butt
time.
jello and look
Just
at
licking my lips.
Yeah. Whoa.
Why?
Sorry.
Tony.
What? I didn't say licking hole.
Tony!
it. Wow.
I'm telling JC.
You probably should.
She's too sad. They're not together.
Aw.
Way to make it fucking
why you
weird. God damn it.
As opposed to the weird bear medallion, he has a what do they call it? The iron.
Iron Cross?
Well, not that iron cross, but the iron.
He's icing, like you're on slippery.
Fuck, they call it something very specific. Iron Prophets Cross.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
Cross of the Prophets,
Damn.
whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn, man, you are a slice of beef.
Yeah.
It gets that you have a type that you play.
Yeah. Well, no. Actually, I don't. It just so happens that for this party, there isn't an ice.
Oh right,
so I'm like,
there was a Kano. Never mind.
yeah, Akano. I went through a lot of the characters that I was playing in like this and other games, and like I kind of flipped back and forth from floppy magical boys to beefy tank.
Yeah, I
tank
see that.
leaders.
I see that.
Sometimes literal
Is that
tank
mine or is that yours?
That's mine.
with the hibashi in the
You good on
butt.
it?
Yeah. What's up?
Sometimes a literal tank with a hibashi in the butt.
Yeah.
It's the
You just dump the pellets into Dorn's mouth, and then you just set it. You set and forget it, man. He can smoke anything.
Set it and forget it.
Yep.
You posted it in the
Peel's
frequency channel.
rotisserie chicken.
Yep. All the grease goes to the bottom like a George
The other day
Foreman
and they were
grill.
like,
Just
"Are
dumps
you
out the
high?" And I'm like, I wish!
It would make things
Pizza's here.
easier. Huzzah!
Yay, pizza.
Okay.
We did it. Well,
Get him, Jared.
We said it.
When you go
Sick 'em.
outside, bark gently.
Row.
Wow.
Make sure to
Wow, wow,
growl
wow.
seductively.
Did they bring the whole family?
Yeah, it looks like.
Yeah.
I'll just let them drop off.
Oh, honey, no, he's gonna do that again.
What's that?
They keep going to the front gate,
Oh.
like
Oh, like they can, yeah.
not to where
go
the.
rescue them.
Yeah.
Go do this handout over the
but they're
fence.
just gonna stand there, go hell.
It's the gate that we opened, like at the trailer, and,
Yeah.
and they always go there, and they're like, "There's a lock on it," and they're like, "I don't know how to get in," and I'm like, "The what?"
Just go.
So some DoorDasher, Deanna DoorDash something, and they put it next to the trash cans on the floor over there, and we were just like, "What? Like, why would you?" When they went back behind that back gate and then put it, like, saw the trash cans, put it on the floor, was like, "It's here." What the fuck is wrong with people? So many things.
They put our drinks
That's
once
hard to
on
stop
the fucking
watching.
railing of our porch, like which could easily plummet down below, like to where the stairs to the backyard is. They just left that there, and I'm like, well, that's.
What's that?
We'll just put it on the bar.
There's a perfectly good porch. Just put it down.
Yeah, no. There'll be none of that. Nothing that makes sense. There'll be no sense making here. Bunch of ass wipes.
None of this is for you, dog.
Yep.
Right.
You've been fed, probably.
Yeah.
You know what to do. Also, I love you.
Okay.
It's like Skyrim with a level cheat on. I just get to like get all the cool stuff right away.
I mean, you're jumping at a time where everything's about to explode.
Yeah.
What are we, 6?
Yes.
Yes.
4, 6. Alright. There's a margarita pizza and pesto
Yes.
chicken pizza.
Yes. I like both of these things.
I know.
Thank you.
I know a lot of people like the margarita.
Oh, a puppy. Oh, a nice puppy.
One of each.
Sure.
There's also Sprite and Diet Coke.
Go ahead and grab yours.
Put
Sweetheart,
out,
do you want one of each?
Yeah.
First.
put some cups here. Somewhere where I know I'm all up in your space.
You're good.
Hello.
All three of us.
Yep. Everyone doing something a little bit different.
Yep.
There we go. Alright.
All right. Jaren's character's fake name for the party will be Volker Hans Wagont.
Oh,
This looks like the pizza that
His
Victor
actual
got
name
for a
is-
thing, love.
Well,
Oh, that's the pizza Victor got.
figure it out.
No, yeah, we'll meet him. No, so
That
for murder
that's
parties,
freaking
we
good.
assume
Sorry, Matt,
aliases.
you're married.
Yeah.
And they have to be incredibly
One.
racist and
Messy.
archetypal.
Do you want Sprite or do you want?
So in lieu of Hans Fritz Hans,
Hans Fritz Hans.
Yep.
which actually now that I say it out loud is probably the better name.
Of the
No,
illustrious Fritz Hans.
I have dubbed the Volker Hans Wagont.
Look, as long as you don't call me Frederick, I'm okay with her for right now.
Well, no, because
I've
we've
already
already
been Fred.
yeah we've used all the most obvious names, but my Ison goes as Carl Johansson.
Jay was very confused by all these names.
The Russian is Natasha Borstukov. The Innis, who we will never see, is Patricia O'Reilly. This Spanish individual is Bernetta Kiki Maria Josefina Sabrina de la Vega and
Yep.
And the Italian / Vidace is Margherita Bonedetta.
Solid.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Here, sweetheart.
Did you guys hear that all of my nerd books had to take a vacation and live in a new home so the K-pop albums had more space to spread out?
No, but I heard you cleared up your K-pop room.
I'm gonna go grab this swimsuit and disappear again. I'm
Okay.
not here for long. I never want to do parades again. I'll be there next week, but I don't want to do them ever again.
Oh, very cool. I'll remember that. Anyway, you're fine, love. My ankle itches so goddamn much, and I have no idea why.
We were watching some stuff on Instagram.
Uh-huh.
There's a Portuguese restaurant that we need to go to.
Adega?
It wasn't called Dago.
Great, because don't bother. I mean, it's cool, they're Michelin star, but it's not Portuguese food.
Oh, yeah, never mind. That is the one.
Yep, there you go. It's Portuguese-inspired food.
Bodega?
Adega.
That's not what it was called, though.
No, but it's run by the same people.
No, there were two different ones.
Was there?
Yeah.
Do they have a new one?
Because one was the bakery that was
place.
run by the same people that's...
The place that serves up like a freaking 15-course meal
Yeah.
with food inspired by what they experienced rolling through the mainland of Portugal.
Yeah.
Oh. So nothing that would even closely represent what we grew up eating.
Yeah.
This is, Petiscos.
So the Portuguese version of like a.
But I think, like I said, I think they said that
looks
this.
like our food.
Yeah.
The other place is like a Michelin star gourmet.
Yeah, because I think what they said was this place is run by the same people who run Adega, but this is a lower
This
lower tier restaurant. It's
this
not
is-
Michelin star.
what Portuguese food should look like. Because Adega does like the amuse-bouche thing. They serve you a 15-course meal, but it's like one bite of everything kind of thing.
No, I don't.
And like that's lovely, but it's not my people. Like, so yeah. Fun times were had by all. Amanda, did you get pizza?
No, she just got sweaty.
Yes, I got a Hawaiian.
Did you really?
No.
You You're such an asshole.
Aw.
Why do I talk to you?
But lots of people are very upset out here by my choice of Hawaiian pizza.
Oh, really? It's so good.
That's because people in Ohio have no fucking culture.
I don't like it, but I'm
It's
happy
more-
to just take
more
the
Illinois
pineapple
than
off
Ohio.
and give it to someone. So
I'm aware that we are live right now. I stand by that statement.
Did you see my awesome fucking pizza with pineapple and strawberry on it? And that was it.
Ah,
No.
that's fun.
I saw.
I posted it and said, "Let's start a fight."
I mean, I wouldn't
It is
fight
a
about
fun
it though.
start.
I
He
just be
woke up and
like,
chose violence.
I
Oh,
just
it was
won't
great.
eat
It was a
it.
DNA
Like,
lounge. It was great.
Let's start a war.
That's
Let's
what I
start a
was thinking
nuclear
too.
war. At the gay bar. Gay bar.
I'll be honest, it was tasty. But I wouldn't say it was groundbreaking. I just fucking love strawberry. So I was like, oh fuck, put that in my mouth. Let's go.
That was a very Tony thing to say.
I mean, that sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sad by it.
It doesn't sound good to me, but I understand how it could be good.
Definitely, if it was executed in a way that it didn't need to sit under a heating lamp for a couple hours.
I mean, I like cheese. I like bread. I like fruit. I eat fruit with cheese. I eat bread with cheese.
Especially if you like, if you did a thing like where you can do it mod or whatever, where you get a balsamic drizzle over top of that.
Oh yeah, that sounds fucking delicious.
Oh yeah.
Do you want more, sweetheart?
In a minute.
Oh
The way
shit,
you
some
were
honey.
Listing out your cheese thing reminded me of the spam. Hey, spam, bacon and spam and cheese and spam.
Yep.
I make a slow cooker, collard greens. All night long.
All night long,
That sounds great.
all night.
I've never done it, but I found the oldest black lady on YouTube I could find, and she showed me how, and she was yelling the entire time,
Hell yeah.
even though she was very loud,
That sounds amazing.
because gotta make sure the internet can hear her.
Teaching you how to make what?
Slow cooker collard
Collard
greens.
greens.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
That sounds incredible.
That's the right answer.
She used a smoked turkey leg, but I don't have one of those. I'm using smoked ham hocks,
No, I don't
No,
know.
that
which
works.
sounds delicious.
It does.
Of all the people I knew in South Carolina who used to eat collard greens on the regular, I don't know any one of them who made it with turkey legs.
Yeah, I've never seen a turkey leg version, but yeah. It was, she was making her video around Thanksgiving, so maybe that's why.
Use what you got.
Ham hock is the proper way to make split pea soup.
Agreed.
In winter, and we can spoon stand in the middle of it.
Yep. That thick shit.
I want
John,
some
you
of
trying to
that.
catch up Doritos yet?
I have not. I'm dubious about ketchup flavor on the corn chip.
No. No, I agree with you.
You
Like I
need,
said,
you need that fucking artificial, like, crispy salt shit.
The
I've had-
Doritos, I was disappointed by,
Ah.
was it's tangy ketchup, which is not, it doesn't taste anything like any ketchup chip I've had. I was like, this is just different Dorito dust. Like,
The
not in a good way.
the
But I was
end boss.
disappointed. We threw away the whole bag.
Oh.
Ah, that
I
sucks.
just left it.
The top level, like the end boss, is all dressed
Yeah.
chips.
Yeah.
but they're too cowardly to release all dressed chips in the United States.
It's basically like ketchup chips
Yeah.
mixed with barbecue chips, sort of. It's
Like voodoo chips get kind of close to that. Like the standard voodoo chips, like
And
those
I
get a
love-
little close.
And
but-
I love how they have heat.
Yeah.
That part slaps.
I will say, those mustard ones, as gross as that sounds, are actually pretty good. Like, surprisingly good.
I would try that.
They have they're like, because they're spicy, but they're also like a little sweet, which is kind of weird, but it most definitely registers as like,
I have too much unconscious bias.
yeah,
for
a
the ketchup
variation of
one,
like yellow
but
mustard.
Mustard I would give a shot.
I was a little upset because I was hoping they were going to be like, you know, like the honey mustard pretzel bites that you can get, like Lent or no, I don't remember who the hell makes those, but I thought it was going to be those, but on a Dorito, but it's slightly different.
When you get a chance, will you try this on and make sure this fits you?
Hey, Nina.
Hi.
Why?
Because I got you one.
Okay.
With your name.
Oh, thank you.
Because you're my mom at the home.
Okay.
Aww.
Wait.
Aw.
It's okay. We won't look. Or at least I'm not looking.
No, I love the mixed emotions of having to wear color, but also
It's cream.
you make it work.
It's just for you to wear it like fresh as if you go or
Yeah,
stuff.
I know.
If you guys want to jimmy these up, I got an extra one on accident. Well, not on accident, it was a free one.
On accident.
But,
What are they?
Sparklers.
Sparklers.
Scare the cat with them.
It probably scared me with them, but...
Well, they don't make any
It's gonna,
noise.
it's
Yeah,
gonna
they're
be the
sparklers.
same way as this, I believe.
Okay.
I don't like the front design, but it's still kind of cute.
Someone was setting off fireworks in our
Yeah, a little bit.
yeah, thank you.
Because this is
Does anybody want the
chunk
last slice?
In our parking
I'm
lot.
good, thank
I'm
you.
good.
too. Put it out in
I'm
there.
gonna grab it.
You're
Yeah, go
welcome.
I love you.
Love you too.
And thankfully they were all sparkly kinds, but I'm still like,
I'll see you someday.
yeah, you're right there where all the oil and gasoline gets,
I'll be home.
dripped along. But okay, whatever. As long as they're not loud, they're not
She knows
disturbing
where you
our
live.
animals.
I'm just gonna go swimming.
We have.
Love you.
They set off the big booms.
I'm waiting for them because
Or they've been happening since like a week ago.
yeah, I want to say we heard one Thursday night and it just made me mad.
People have been popping them for a little bit
Yeah,
at home
but
too.
we actually haven't been home very late the last 2 nights, so
I closed the
until
window
very
and...
late. So
It hasn't
Put
been
headset
as
on.
bad as previous years because I know they're fucking cracking down on that. We have a bunch of veterans that got in.
I still
among
don't
our
trust it
neighbors.
for
So-
tomorrow, or Tuesday.
yeah, so it was almost a good thing that the heat wave hit because we just decided to stay closed up all night because it didn't get below 70. Blah. And then and then also JC was like, "Oh hey, did you hear about the fireworks? The illegal fireworks warehouse that set on fire?"
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
And I was like,
Nice.
"That's some Acme Brother cartoon
yeah.
bullshit." But thank God, hopefully that was the bulk.
That's some fucking act of God bullshit
I hope
right
that's
there.
one of the main suppliers for our neighbor. Because there's a motherfucker a
Yeah,
block
these
and a half
don't- These don't
over
make any noise. They're just
all the
sparklers.
time. Yeah,
They
no,
just
the,
make-
yeah, legal ones.
That
I'm
that same
still
instant.
just confused in general because it's very legal here and they're just everywhere, like these giant
Yeah.
fireworks stands. But I mean, you saw the video. It's going to be pretty hard to set anything on fire after
Yeah.
today. So
Good luck.
we're good.
Yeah.
Should be like, I'm gonna tape this fucking firework to the tip of my gun.
And this is why I
It
carry
doesn't surprise
loops.
me at all.
No.
Well, we live at the bottom of Communications Hill, and it's already like entirely dried out. It's like every time one of those goes off, I'm like, "Is today the day?"
Yeah.
Right?
Now we have to like run away from our
Evacuate, yeah.
house because they set the hill on fire.
Oh, the
Yeah.
I was up in the
frogs.
San Mateo Mountains.
Then
They're all desiccated by now.
That's
It's okay,
like
Cam.
that's like my favorite thing about like leaving their house really late at night because
So
when I go back to
fucking
my
loud
car,
because
like
the-
all the frogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just sit in my car with the window down for a hot minute.
Yeah,
just
loud,
like,
loud ass cicadas.
For the first time in forever.
Although the fucking birds could stand to be quieter.
I agree.
There's fucking
What do you think they're eating?
our orange tree in our backyard. I don't know what fucking kind of birds live in that tree.
Assholes. That's what kind,
Like-
apparently.
Russell bird.
There's a couple of mourning doves that live somewhere, so you just hear the like all the time. But specifically in our backyard, there's just like It's the fucking
constant.
constant.
Wake up in the morning, it's just like bird, bird, bird,
It was
bird, 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 bird,
Just
bird,
the
bird,
sound
bird.
that younger
Sound very
sibling makes to
screechy and
annoy you.
doing-
Honestly, there's a sound in
Yeah.
our backyard that I thought was a bird, and then I saw a squirrel doing it, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
My nemesis.
I saw a squirrel and a bird get in a fight
Oh damn!
in our backyard.
Hell yeah.
I came home and like you have to walk down
Well, the
the
miracle.
side of the.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll see when you come over, but so the front door is on the side of the house, and that just goes straight into the backyard, and that's where the orange tree is, like right there, and there's a squirrel. And it like tried to jump into the tree from the fence, and one of the birds came like swooping down and like hit the squirrel, and the squirrel went like bah! In like midair, and like jumped back towards the fence, but it couldn't get its footing on it, so it just kind of hit the fence.
Yeah, I took
And
the
then
I took
started
Squirrel
the
hidden blue jay. Like, what?
Yeah.
it's 500 dueling thing because
Yeah, they
I'm
got-
not doing Ice and Faust.
That
because
bird was like, not today,
I'm using a
squirrel.
big sword. No.
I love this.
And then there's Flaubert the tomcat.
Oh, I did take a
who sort of
shitload of brawling, so I can
lounges.
punch
I've decided that all
too.
of the cats in our neighborhood have French names, so we have
As good
Alphonse
proper.
and Flaubert and Claude and Louise.
I kept worrying, like, Flaubert is kind of, he's pretty ratchet, so, like, I've been worrying that he was just gonna, like, die in our backyard.
I mean, we'll
That'd be very French.
do him right
Yeah, that's
if
right.
he does die in our
If that
backyard.
happens,
You'll know. He'll light his last cigarette.
You know, if there was a cat, if I found out that cats could smoke, that cat would be one of them.
I mean, from the description, you know,
oh Flaubert.
he's gonna talk about his
Flaubert.
illness and then light a cigarette and he's like, "What are these gonna do? Kill me?" And he's gonna be like, I'm gonna go to the boulangerie and grab some bread," and he never comes back.
Which life do you think I'm on?
Yep. Because irony, he died in a car accident on the way there because life is fucking chaos.
Credits.
Yeah.
Yep.
Him and Alphonse have
And a poor
words with each other on the fence.
and a poorly
Very
tuned accordion
often.
plays
Yeah.
over the
It's
credits.
just a concertina, not even a full accordion.
Yep.
God, I gotta learn that thing.
I got told today, Lisa, it's never too late.
For what?
You can learn to play the fiddle and be the demon everyone thinks you are. And I'm like, you're fucking right!
I still bought that. I bought that damn
Banjo.
banjo, and I still need to learn how to use that thing. So,
So we got a
Wait, we all-
concertina, a fiddle, and a banjo. Let's do
I mean, I
this
still
shit.
have my harp.
Yeah.
I don't know if I don't
Got
have-
it.
I
don't
know
have
how
a
to
weird
play it, I just
instrument
don't.
want to learn.
Yeah.
So. I mean, I know how to play the piano, kind of. I've always wanted to learn the viola, but that's
never-
not
I
really
could
weird.
Never
probably get
underestimate-
$500
never
for
underestimate
you.
it.
We'll bring you a
Tambourine.
key. We'll
I
bring you a
don't want to
guitar.
sell it, but I never
Yes!
play it.
I was saying that not long ago. I
Georgia
really
has
want to
the
own a
biggest
guitar.
aquarium in the US.
I'm sorry, you're saying things again? What's going on?
Said, Georgia has the biggest aquarium in the U.S. if you want to move down there.
Heck no.
To Georgia,
I mean-
because the devil went down to Georgia.
Yes, I know. Like, we've talked about going to the aquarium in Georgia many times because I would like to see the fish.
I got family there.
to see the fishies.
I would like to see the fish.
And nothing
Bring
else.
me the fishes.
Sally,
Yes.
get one of those stupid fucking automatones.
Oh yeah.
The automaton. Yeah. Like Amanda's?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh, just
I was
kidding.
gonna-
Yes, we've enough of that.
We have enough of
I
that.
just could get a slide whistle.
A melodica.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there we go.
because,
Give it a melodica.
Neat.
This is exactly where my head went to.
What? The holophonic?
That fucking rendition of the Jurassic Park team lives in my head forever. I've seen too many edits where they just like cut it to that scene where the dinosaurs walk in.
Yep.
Oh,
Yes.
beautiful.
Okay. I'm trying to fix my death spiral so that it all fits because it got bigger.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I've got seven dramatic wounds until I'm dead.
Yeah, there it is.
I've never heard this.
Oh my god. It's yeah. How have you never heard this? Oh my god.
Oh,
It's ubiquitous.
no! I hate
beautiful.
All right, I'm sorry, I'm done now.
Tony, there's one.
The gravitas
Okay,
that fucking
alright.
bowler
You
lens
should
is
look
inexplicable.
because this will be relevant to you. Look up the one that is like it's the Star Wars theme
Oh,
played with a trumpet.
uh-huh.
And it's fucking horrible. Like midway, like some of these blows, like the player really doesn't have the mastery of it. It goes sideways. It's the best.
Wow.
Be careful what we play. We're gonna get muted again.
I think
But
that
does
one
the
was safe.
trumpet scream when you blow into it?
No, but
Does
his
it
tongue
have-
does waggle.
I was like, does it have a tongue?
The teeth are a little weak though. Could be better with the teeth. It needs more teeth. Yes, but how many teeth does your trumpet have?
minus 25. That
Mine
cuts
is
them
a
all from
full
the
set.
homeless.
There's a full set, all from different people.
It's not a complete set. I like an eclection. What's that? An eclectic collection. Actually, I helped out a German lady yesterday, and I learned her life story, and
Yeah.
that was fun. We were at Starbucks, and she was having a hard time, and I'm like, I'm tired of standing here, so I'm gonna be a nice person and help you. So you get out.
Yeah.
Right.
But then she ended up being very lovely.
I had the best conversation with a drunk Irishman at a restaurant close to work. It's like a couple of blocks from the office. It's like commuter town. It has like the best Middle Eastern food in the area. And that guy was there, and he was clearly like several beers in, right? And I was there just to grab a takeout order. So I'm waiting for my order. He's like, do you live around? It's just thick Irish accent. It's like, do you live around here? It's like, I'm here on business. I'm staying at the hotel, like, right over there. And, like, he was clearly trying to make friends. Like, he was going around and trying to talk to people in there.
One of you was
And
gonna
it was
fucking
full
talk
of
to me.
fucking, like, Silicon Valley people who were like, the fuck are you? Like, get away from here.
It's like, I'm sorry, sir. You're not from around these parts.
Yeah.
We don't talk to anyone here. We text each other when we're standing next to each other. But also, there's a self-preservation element of downtown San Jose because otherwise, there's crazy. So, you know, it's not
Just don't go to
Right.
Trace Screen.
It's partially self-preservation. But you know, there's a bit, yeah. So
Yeah, he was clearly, like, super bummed. And he was like, I hear this place closes at 8. Like, what should I do? Like, where else?
where am I
is there,
supposed
like,
to
a
drink
proper
till
pub?
2 a.m.?
And I was like, well, VT is down here. Like, go downtown. That's the
Yep.
closest thing
Yep.
you're gonna get,
Yep.
right? Like, stop at Santa Clara. He's like, okay, I
Go to
guess I'll do
O'Flaherty's.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go flats.
Oh,
right?
yeah, no.
I was like, I guess I'll do that. Like, those be like my business put me here, and then they gave me like this muscle car. Like, I'm driving this around in traffic. It's terrible.
Wow.
Yeah, he was not having a good time. But then after our chat, he was like, "Thank you, mate, for taking the time to talk. I'll do what you said."
Did you ask if you could record him for a while?
Oh, it was choice, right? Like, he was so
nice.
miserable. He's
My
like, I'm
partner-
here. He's like, I'm
friends
here
are
for
gonna
like
love
4
this shit.
days. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, he was. He was
Well,
having,
now we
like,
all
a
have to
panic.
stake out downtown to fucking find this guy.
I'm like, we would have made friends. Yeah, no, obviously. Yeah, no, yeah.
Mhm.
You
You
did the right
can,
thing.
you can come hang out with us.
Right. All right. So first order of business. Jimena needs to go buy some property.
Oh yeah, is that okay? Well,
You going to
let's,
the DMV?
Yeah, let's get Jenny over there. She's done this before.
Oh, I think this one can finagle her way through the
Yeah.
money.
Jimena,
Yeah, I want to
Jimena
watch you.
has,
I want to
like-
watch you. I want to watch you pickpocket an entire parcel of land.
Here's
Jimena has
here's the
some,
money. Slide.
Jimena has like abuela money. Like, it's all stashed everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Like, she never uses it either.
Oh, yeah.
No, Jimena has a ton of money. She just doesn't use it.
Yeah, that's how she has so much.
You wouldn't steal a Vodachan estate. Yes, I would.
It's a Castilian
A
estate.
Castilian estate. Was it?
Fucking bet.
Bet, yeah, watch me.
Doubly steal a Vodachan estate.
Challenge accepted.
Fuck the man. I'm stealing that fucking estate.
All right. Do you bring anybody along with you?
Is this the next day?
Yes.
Okay.
You
so
come
I-
back from the restaurant very late.
Do you want Jose Palabra?
Yeah, I'll bring a Jose. With
Yeah,
me.
Palabra's
He's
the
gonna
money
take
man.
Palabra's the guy.
Yeah.
So he's got the
Yeah.
books.
Yeah,
I'll bring Palabra.
Yeah, yeah. God, I don't even remember where we got most of these motherfuckers.
Well,
I think he's the first one we roughed up out in the alley around next to the
remember that.
next to the fucking restaurant.
Yeah.
I think he's the Jose.
Because I kept calling him Jose, and he kept being like, "That's not my name." And it's like, I'm not worried about.
Yeah,
it.
we were like, look, Jose.
yeah. Palabra might have been the first.
It's the first one we gaslit into the secret society.
But
He's always been against this.
It's fine, don't worry about it.
Just give up your name.
Yeah.
Jose Jr. though is the greatest.
Well,
He was not the first.
we had to break him down and build him back up again. So but yes.
Wait, he's the captain now?
Yeah, he's now the captain. Of
Yeah,
the
him and Josefina.
Yeah, that's right.
I can't remember what the role was,
That's
but he
crazy.
had he basically had a life epiphany
Well, no, yeah, because
from Rethold's words.
he was in the upstairs of like a cell of the
his
of
previous
the prophets.
boss
Yeah,
was the
Yeah.
boss that you carved shit into the head
Yeah.
of.
and he was and we intimidated him so hard that he was like, "No, I worship you now." And I was like, "Whoa. That's not how that works."
He's Rethold's son.
He is.
No.
You're my
That's
son.
why he's Jose Luis Hombre Mendez.
he gets the family name.
That's his proper name now.
He's Jose Luis.
Also, my soon-to-be husband's name is actually Mendez, and it's very confusing.
No, it's not. He's a partner. He's a partial owner of the Mendez.
Mendez.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, he's pretty confused about it.
He's not confused anymore.
He's just
He
he
wa-
just
he
signs
was-
his name when
yeah,
he's asked to do it.
He was a little bewildered at the fact that he suddenly part owned a company.
right,
but I
just
was
on
like-
virtue of having the same
Yeah.
last name.
But I'm like, nah, it lends legitimacy to the brand.
Plus, he was the token Castilian man. so-
Yeah,
So I have a question.
he's our Colonel Sanders.
Do we have enough people to staff this party?
Oh, 100%. I got Jose's and Jose's.
And Jose's?
Yeah.
We built the city on Jose's.
Well, plus
Built this.
there
Guys
there will be
Guy's
pieces
named
too.
Joe.
So
So we
Jimena,
have Jose's for days.
Yeah, that's right.
Jose's
Yeah,
for
we
days.
do.
You should.
Jimena will trot along to her destination with Jose Palabra. We'll get just to that. Oscar gets up this morning and stretches up on my shirt.
Oh, yeah, no, that's great.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
Christine.
It's a cat.
The
Yeah.
true horror.
Yeah. Which one's which? So it is Oscar and Isaac, right?
It's Oscar
No.
and Emil.
Oscar and
Emil.
Emil.
Isaac's her boy.
No,
Isaac
is the one. Is the
Yeah,
boy.
Isak is the boy
See,
with the
I
eye
can
patch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Classic Tony. Okay.
Jimena made into a full hero.
Emil is
And
my
Emil.
brother-in-law.
Emil is the boy. Okay, Emil is the suitor. Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
Oscar's the.
is your death spiral?
7.
Yeah, you want to make it a little
Yeah,
longer?
she.
I've got a lot of shit going on.
Yo.
Wait, hang on a second. You can
Yeah.
increase your. Oh my god!
Yeah,
wait a
She's
minute.
got, she's got a
Let me.
she's got a thing.
I haven't
You two
needed
can be
to
a long
because out of
boy.
everybody, I'm
Shit.
the person who's been
No.
injured.
I need to do some readjustments.
And most of the
Fuck.
time, it's because I did it to myself.
Yeah, but
Mine are mostly that too.
both
Hard
of
to
you
kill.
like
Oh, I took hard to
self-inflict
kill, okay.
wounds.
Yeah, that's
somehow.
I didn't write these rules,
So-
man.
I didn't
Look
even
at the
think
rule
about it.
mistress.
Evina's the perfect dodge by virtue of just not being there when
Doesn't
damage
exist.
occurs.
Also, the cat might eat them too. I mean,
Oh my.
Yeah.
Fuck the fucking.
He doesn't like any of our friends.
Kate Sith. It's not a fucking cat. He is a fucking
Oh, so
grim
you took
reaper.
hard to kill multiple times. Is what you're saying.
yes.
No, you,
No, I
you
have
can
other
only
things.
take it once.
Oh.
Yeah. I have other things that beef me up.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. Fair enough. Okay. Cool. Additional tier wounds. Okay, so I gotta add.
I took a few things from the Not Core book.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. I went to the
Yeah, no,
Americas
there
and
are
learned some fun things.
Yeah, there are 8 other books.
So what did happen
That are
after
for this
Oscar woke
edition.
up?
Well, so few things. Xavier's gone again in the morning.
God damn that,
Yeah.
man.
Ricardo gets up and immediately it's tool maintenance time. He's outside in the backyard at a table All the pistols are out. All the rifles are out. Everything is getting deep cleaned in preparation for this murder party. Veronica is chatting with Emil as they're making breakfast this morning, as Augustina is also absent.
Do I need
And you without
trace
your boots.
them?
Oh no, because
No, you've given me my boots
They're
back.
going to.
Yeah,
They're
I
doing
figured
their.
They're gonna go be sad.
Yeah, they're going
Yeah.
to be sad.
Yeah. That's what you would assume.
There we go.
Oscar sort of third wheels it for a little bit, and then finally, like, he sort of slaps both hands on his knees and gets up and he's like, I'm gonna go walk the dog. And
Hopefully not with the same person.
you hear
And Jimena on the hearth.
Yeah.
I got up early, so I'm probably helping.
Yeah, I mean, if you're there,
I'm built to be a god.
At least until like
That's
Leandro and I go to see the shop.
yeah, they're
already
staffing the
walked their dog.
kitchen. It's clearly not nearly as efficient as when Augustina is at the hearth, but
I'm happy
You
to
know.
eat it all.
they're making it happen. They barely notice. They're like, oh yeah, good for you, Oscar. Like, there's a few happy barks. That dog is like, I'm making a lot of walks.
No, that dog is
I am-
a
I'm-
fixture at that
fucking
brothel.
amazing.
Hot dog.
Fucking amazing.
They love Josecito down at the brothel.
Emil hesitates for a second, and he's like, almost like about to point out the time of the day it is, and then he just refrains.
Hey, you gotta, get your exercise in. It's fine.
There's no limit to love.
Right.
Well, there's a refractory break.
He's also on the limited income. So,
Oh, do you need more money for horse? I've got it for you.
Stimulate the economy and yourself.
Emil sort of pauses and
Yeah,
looks
just
looks at
the
Veronica, then sort of spots to see where Zhenya
Oh,
is.
that's not a coffee pot.
I would probably just remind him not to be somewhere too embarrassing because I will trace him if I need him. And
Yeah.
So has Zhenya
Oh,
been
no.
told
I'm sure
again
he's a man of
to
discerning
stay
taste.
put and rest, or am I free?
Not 2 days in a row.
Okay, she's downstairs. She's in the
Yeah,
room.
You got plants to talk to.
Yeah.
Ricardo's not gonna fucking end his life before he gets married. It's like I made it happen for one day. Like, I'm not gonna push my luck. Done and done. We're moving this along now.
Just enough so he doesn't look like a Sarah McLaughlin rescue. Exactly. Ooh.
Palabra shows up bright and early with a couple books. One of those that Mendez official ledger under his
I
shoulder.
love the branding. Oh, only the finest. His ass is dressed in fine fashion too.
Yeah.
Like, we pay well, especially
He's got-
when you're the one who writes the books.
He's got the hat and the tails. He's ready. He's even got like a little pince nez, like the little
The little glasses.
glasses, like right at the
Oh.
tip of his nose.
So cute.
Looks like someone I would swirly in high school. Oh. Fucking love him.
Aw.
Jimena stretches out on the floor. And I'm like, oh. Hola.
I'm like, bread. Give her some bread.
Oh, yep.
Yep.
On it.
Bread.
She like
Veronica.
sits up and just.
Veronica brings you some bread. It's bread. It's not Augustina's. It's not bad.
I mean, Jimena never complains.
It's probably
food.
like the
I was about to say,
thickest,
it's
heaviest
also-
rye
Yes.
bread.
Yeah, it's all. Yeah, she also is from. Yeah.
Yep. It's just like
Like, oh, this is a new flavor.
there's next to no bubbles in this.
Yeah.
The crumb is very tight.
Yes.
Yep.
And then she gets up. She's like, okay, I'll be right back.
I haven't talked to her since college.
And she goes.
She called her.
All right.
And she disappears upstairs to her actual bedroom that she never fucking sleeps
That's right.
in.
It's just storage. Her bedroom
Yep.
is just storage.
I look over at Jose and I'm like, what did you say?
Nothing yet.
No, obviously you said something.
Well, he takes off a plate and he goes into the mental replay, right? Like
Jose,
He goes into his mind palace.
I'm fucking with you. I haven't had a chance to do it in a while, so like I'm getting it in now.
Alright. I still. Ooh, that's.
Oh,
And then when Jimena reemerges, rather quickly considering, like, how did she dress herself? Fine, whatever.
it's all
She's
quick draw
in
ties.
the most resplendent
Ooh.
Castilian attire.
Ooh,
I was like, where the fuck did you? Like,
where'd you steal that one?
I don't remember.
That's probably
Somewhere.
that's the answer you should give to the magistrate.
you can prove anything.
Exactly.
No receipts, no tags, you know.
I know it's not my shop because you don't have to steal from me.
No, I
I'll
wouldn't
just give
steal
it
from
to
you. You're a friend.
Yeah.
Besides, I just give you things. It's fine.
Yeah.
She probably stole it in Lisa. Who knows?
Yeah.
She doesn't remember.
That's the best place
She
to
could-
steal from, yeah.
She just gets things.
Yeah,
Just happens.
She may or may not be a kleptomaniac.
absolutely.
I might have been sleepy.
Yeah, we
It's,
already
you
knew
know.
that.
She's in control. She can
She
tune
doesn't have
it
a
off.
problem.
I can totally.
She can
She's
stop
not whatever
whenever
she
she
wants.
Yes, she can totally stop
Right.
whenever she wants.
When the consequence, when the timing is right, you know,
She's got
doesn't
a
need to stop right
fan.
now.
She
Nice.
is. It's got the strap around her wrist. She is.
Barbara straightens a little bit.
Man.
And I go, no one. No, how do I? How would I wanted to be like. Protect their honor, and not have it be clear who I'm talking to.
And then she walks over to a very nice, like a large clay vase that's at the, like, you know, the crook where the stairs come down, and like reaches in to the point where she looks like she's about to fall into it, and then pulls out a bag of gold and it's like, and just like ties it around her, like, I don't even know how Castilian clothes work, but you know, ties it in a spot that it would tie. Like, where did
You
that
see-
come from?
Very, very, very subtly, you see Palabra like look at you, like pull money out of a vase. And his like fingers are like drumming like on the spine of the ledger, like a
wanna
little
count that
bit,
shit.
like just the slightest like just twinge of
Well
like,
then,
Oh, he's a changed man. Man,
just
I,
like
I remember when we found him, and now he's this. Wow,
yeah,
good for him.
you
He worries about mortgages and shit.
well, because he has to.
No, he does.
Your from business became a legitimate business.
And we're fucking, and it's fucking tied into the guild.
Shit, we gotta pay taxes
And
now.
it's tied into
Yeah.
the pretty much. It's like I'm not going to
Booming,
fucking
you got
jail.
multiple ships. Like
It's
you
like,
got
what?
like a fucking ironworks.
Yeah, my boss is a fucking maniac. I'm not going to jail
This
because
was
of my
supposed
own
to be
fuck
money
up.
laundering. Now we gotta like have a payroll and shit,
Yep.
man.
Yeah, everyone roll a d10.
You too.
Oh,
You too.
I rolled an 8.
Roll a
I
d10.
rolled a 5.
3,
6.
Seven.
7.
10.
Damn!
Jared
Huzzah!
wins.
You gain a bonus hero point.
Neat. I start with 2, so I already get I
So
get
yeah,
3.
so yeah,
Yay.
that's what's up.
When Jimena and Palabra walk outside, where Ricardo is cleaning whatever he's cleaning, he
The
has
arsenal.
the most opulent crown of wildflowers. And before you
Fine.
leave, she tucks some lavender into your hair and a sprig into Palabra's doublet and goes, "It will help when you get there."
Okay.
People are not happy in that building. So the lavender will make them more at ease.
That's Jenya's actual DMV.
Yep.
Yeah. Like, Mena's like, it kind of questions, like, under her breath, it kind of questions my outfit, okay.
Tight.
It's like, oh, thank you.
Yes, yes. And then there's Ricardo with like fucking.
Other hero
Yeah.
points.
Just turning into it, huh?
It's just
Yeah.
his life now.
I like it.
Yep.
So I get to dramatically and haptically thwack a coin into the pouch when I spend them. It's.
I'll be right back.
Yep. You're welcome.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's going to the bathroom. Where he's going to the car?
I think he's getting his dice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or
Dice
his
and or
coins.
tokens. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
he has. We got those ones from the Dragon game.
Yeah.
Well, he
So-
also plays magic, so he has tokens.
Oh right, yes.
All kinds of weird
I don't know.
talisman nerd bullshit.
Things live in that car.
I
don't.
bet.
I don't.
I don't.
You know
put
nothing
any of
about
my,
that.
I don't know what goes
Because some
on.
people like tchotchkes.
I don't put anything in my car after
Do you have
getting
any
stolen
teeth
from
handles?
twice.
I can.
I got a set of fucking like coins that are dice that is coming.
Oh yeah, right.
Oh,
yeah,
I
you
saw
kickstarted
with
those.
the
Yeah.
weird little ball
Yeah.
bearing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are
I
they
got a
finally
full set,
actually
yep.
shipping?
Yeah,
Huzzah.
they are.
8
So I'm
years
gonna
later.
bring them here.
Hey,
We're gonna test these suckers.
better Nate than Lover. All right.
I
Alright.
watched a bunch of the test toss of those like a fucking nerd, and I was like, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Lots
So
of D&D.
Jimena and Palabra make their way to the city in silence, unless you prompt Palabra. Like he's very much following like just a half step behind you, to your
Oh.
left,
She keeps like trying to like
to get him to catch up.
yeah, it's like to even out.
Yep.
But
May I?
Still blue dice. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, there's a couple of times where you succeed and he gets even. And he's like,
it's like,
just-
it's like, do you know you can run next to me?
well, yes.
Delightful.
And
What's that?
Delightful.
Yes.
he speaks in Castilian, and you can tell he's affecting. He has like an affection that is like not necessarily that comfortable to him, as if he's trying to appear more erudite than he actually is. Like he's playing the role.
He's speaking Madrid Spanish.
Yeah, basically. Except like it's not his normal affectation, so it's a little
What happened?
it's a little like stunted.
Where'd they come from?
Jaren went outside and came back again, so now the world is
So now a new person is in the house.
That's right.
No, it's Negajaren.
There's
My
two of them.
energy.
I mean, that guy talked it out. It's actually really cool. We're gonna go get pancakes.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's like she's kind of like, you know, I know why you would do that, but you don't need to do that with me. I know what you sound like.
And there's a breath, right?
It's like I met you when you were drunk.
Yeah.
I'm part of your origin story.
It's like that's
See?
that's true. That's true.
I made you. Just
She would, but not at this point.
internally.
Yeah.
It's a little exhausting.
So this is my trio.
Like, see, take a break.
I appreciate it. And you
There's a
see
need
like
for
his
main
shoulders like slump
Veronica
just a
is
little
my
bit,
sister.
and
Your sister, and
he
who's
walks
He's my
a little bit more
Okay.
naturally. Right.
Bondo.
Like, you can do all the fancy things when we get there, but for now, don't worry about it. No one's listening. No one cares.
I won't let you down.
I know you won't.
I'm not gonna blow this.
You're not
Never
allowed.
gonna get
Yeah, it's like, I know.
Yep.
let
Yep.
you down.
Damn it, Rickrolled.
So yeah, you make it to it's as I would have it, the same office Virginia bought her
yes.
small neighborhood.
That's right.
I can't remember if you went with her.
Her subdivision.
No, it was just me and
There.
Ricardo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Gotcha.
was just her and Ricardo. No, I went when we had to look like noble women in
Mm.
Liso.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's right.
When I bought the other.
when you bought the other
The
house.
first time she brought property.
Yeah, but
In
not
Liso.
this one.
Yeah, it's there's already a ton of people just basically coming in for all sorts of different things. Permits, lots of fines. It's fairly early in the morning, so there's a fair amount of like visibly drunk people arguing with some clerks that really don't want to be there about what you can surmise like some offenses that were potentially committed in the previous night. Lots of arguments being exchanged. You see some crocodile tears about how many children this person has to feed, and therefore the property damage incurred to this inn will mean their children will go hungry. So,
Skill issue.
yep.
Jimena, she comes in, and at first she just kind of stands in the middle of the room and tapping her fan very loudly
Yeah.
and looking as haughty and exasperated as possible.
The moment you start doing that, like there's a clerk at a desk like near the entrance, not looking up, right? They're just like, yes, how can I help you? And then they sort of look up and see you and Palabra like sort of standing behind you. And there's like a whole rephrasing of, yes, please do come in. How can we be of assistance? And you see like him sort of brush a couple things like off the desk, and he stands up and brushes a couple people that were like in line in front of the desk, like just to the side under a lot of protest. There's a short lady that is just stringing now a string of like curses and
I'm not gonna do it
obscenities and
for a while.
concealment.
She reaches into her pouch and just flips a gold coin over to the lady.
You get the same flow, like
Just fucking grease.
almost
Yeah.
uninterrupted, right? Like, sort of looks at the coin, and now you get thank yous, and you get a fast speed life story about this woman and about how her sons are do.
Waves with her fan. No.
Yeah.
Off with you.
She's still talking, and she's still like maintaining eye contact, and a gentleman that is much younger that you assume might be her son because there's a clear family resemblance, like starts to drag her away. And they're like very polite, like, yes, mama, come. Mama, this direction, mama.
Yeah.
You get to the desk, and it's like, what can we help with?
I'm here to buy some property.
Well, for starters.
Did you have a property in mind by any chance?
See.
Good.
She snaps.
And he pulls
At
out.
Palabra.
Steps in, and he starts to pull out like a map. Like he just brushes like what looks like dust and crumb off it. And he's like, here's a few of the districts that have property for sale. And then Palabra like drops one of the papers on there and like flips a little box open and puts out the exact location of the property on sale. And you see the clerk go, yes, give me just the one.
Yeah. Her Grace the Baronetta,
yep. And
explicitly desires to purchase.
And he like sort of walks backward, but like as he turns the corner, like you hear the footsteps going like as he's rushing to the back. And you only hear bits of the conversation. And he's like, yes, no, this manor. No, Castilian. I don't know. We haven't gotten that far yet. But
Why the fuck did you
looks
come back
like
here if you don't know yet?
standing. All right. This is about somebody needs to handle this. All right. I just direct traffic.
Good man. Knows what he's about. Knows what he's doing.
Loud tapping of fan.
Oh my! Oh no!
He comes back with another older gentleman dressed in fineries, similar pince-nez to Palabra. He's wearing a powdered wig
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, so fucking hot.
So steps around the corner. He's got like the shoes with the little buckles on them.
Nice.
He knows what's up.
Clearly not Castilian fashion, right? But looks and sounds very Castilian, right? He's like, yes. Please follow me. Let's discuss the terms of your offer.
Say.
Yes, please follow me. And he sort of leads you away from most of the commotion. You get taken to a little side salon. Comfortable chairs, almost more of a couch than anything else, like with a little table. He sort of sits across from you and he gestures for Palabra to also take a seat. And Palabra very neatly sits and then puts down paper, ledger on the corner, and then sits straight. He sort of gives like a little side glance at you, like, this is you're in the lead. I'm here to support, right? Like now that he's here, he's just like I'm prepared, but you gotta take the lead.
She's like, I would like to buy this. Is there an issue? No issue. Just a little bit of surprise this early in the morning.
Random women coming here and buying this land.
The mansion in question previously had an offer from a Montaigne gentleman who, as you may know, has unfortunately met his demise in the given property.
Yes. None of this is interesting to me. I like the house. I would like to buy it.
Oh, what? No.
By her fucking hand.
Oops. Still,
It's like, yeah. The house has a lot of emotional.
I have a lot of fond
deep
memories.
sentimental value of this property.
That's where we got Josefina.
Yeah.
the purchase will be
100%. Wow, I love how we're revisiting those days in this episode.
right.
It seems so fitting.
The title for this episode is "A Jose is Forever."
Yeah.
That's right.
You've got a friend.
What a weirdly very nice picture of my house that Dasher took.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. There's a sky.
That's a very
nice sunset.
very artistic shot of your house.
Ooh.
I always get like shitty blurry picture of ours. It's like of our porch.
I have many.
Top down view.
I have many excellent
I get
pictures
a
of our
picture
stoop.
that's like just the door. And with the bag, and when I look at it in my phone, like when it comes up in the
It's
app,
like the same picture every time.
It's just like it's just the door, and you have to click on it, and then you can see that the food is at the foot of the door.
Amazing. Yes, well, the previous buyer was slightly controversial due to his lineage here in Castile. I don't foresee that there will be an issue, seeing that you are Castilian. Yes.
Wow.
He's sort of leaning.
She
Wow.
immediately looks absolutely offended.
Like, seriously? Wow.
Like,
Palabra looks like he's looking like straight ahead at this point, but like his head almost like turtles into his coat like slightly. Like cute.
and she pulls out the I am, and then rattles off the fucking name that Tony gave me that I can't
Baronetta,
remember.
Kiki, Maria, Josefina, Sabrina de la Vega, Angelica. Oh wait, is Angelica? No, okay. So I think that's part of. Hers.
It would be before the De La Vega because
Okay. So yeah,
Ends
you
with
can
De La
see
Vega.
why I confused myself.
Yeah,
So yeah, Maria, Josefina, Sabrina de la Vega.
yeah.
So yeah.
Yes. Of course you are.
Yes.
Recovers.
But of course you are.
You better
Yes,
believe it.
I we're not there too soon.
It seemed that you did though.
I
Fucked up.
right. He's just moving on at this point. It's like we gotta escape this situation.
The trajectory. Course correct.
I'm certain you have brought with you the agreed sum. If you want to wait, just dumps it on the table.
And then Jose also slaps all the paperwork next to it to be like,
Yep.
we don't fuck up. We don't
Oh,
fuck around.
absolutely. As a follow-up to your move, Palabra says, I took the liberty of drafting the initial acquisition paperwork. If your office would like to give us the official deed and purchase document, and he sort of slides the papers. You see the older gentleman clears through it a couple times, and then he is like,
I know this is because of your character.
please be patient for a couple minutes. I will have the papers drafted right away. And he sort of gets up, and the moment he crosses the door, you hear, in hushed tones, you need to bring refreshments into that room. I don't care. No, not what we have. No, I don't care. Just make it happen. Right?
None of those craft slices
It
and crackers.
gets better.
And this conversation is sort of moving away. There you go. Your throne, madam.
Kitty, got this bag just for you.
Oh, goodness.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh, you don't say.
I hope the mic is picking that up.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
She does have a loud voice.
She has a very piercing sound.
Amazing.
She's got a I almost had a face for radio, but no, she's adorable.
Yeah.
Yes. It takes about a couple minutes,
Oh, bye.
but
I've said my piece.
You'll be back.
Does Alvis come back?
the gentleman comes in looking slightly flustered, but accompanied by a couple more clerks and a stack of papers that they sort of lay on the table. There's also some food being brought of various quality.
Ooh.
Jimena's not concerned about quality.
Yeah,
as long
yeah.
as it's food.
Yes. One of the tables is being very noisily brought to the side. You get the a couple of times, right? They're getting the stink eye from their boss, but you see that they're trying to make this shit happen quickly. And yeah, various morsels are laid to your right. Meanwhile, some documents are being laid down on the table. He sort of explains what each of those are, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here's the act of purchase, and here's the deed to your house, and he starts to.
She kind of she's taking the food and being like, yes, explain it to him.
Palabra nods.
They get a glimpse of your true self.
Yep.
She's a very important, noble lady. She doesn't have time for the
yes
rigmarole of property
100%.
buying.
This bric-a-brac.
She's here to give the money to get the thing she wants.
That's right.
Let the others deal with it.
Yeah, the people.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a lengthy explanation at the outset of which he's like, Madam, if you would, your signature. And he sort of puts the quill in front of you. And yeah, you get to...
She signs it, and it's weird because it's very elegant, but it's also entirely illegible.
Perfect.
Did she write a name? Who knows?
Lots of loops.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
But yeah, it's very
Probably fit under
loopy,
your
very
elbow, but,
fancy. Not entirely positive that she actually signed the name that she told you, but
Right.
you can't tell.
At this point, they will not they're not getting paid enough to risk your wrath.
Has anyone
Um,
fastball special with the group yet? Somebody yet?
No.
And
I
so,
fastball special other people.
yeah, after
Now
a
we-
couple
now we
more
triple stack.
spots of
I throw you.
I'm
explanation,
gonna
which
stand
you're
on his
free to
shoulders.
disengage
You stand on
from
my
and let
shoulders.
Palabra
We'll have
sweat
her
the
make an
details.
extra long trench coat.
All the documents are getting put.
Sorry, did you catch any of that?
I did.
I caught nothing.
So I'm gonna stand on his shoulders, and then Jenya's gonna stand on my shoulders, and then we're gonna have you make an extra long trench coat.
Why is that person 14 feet tall?
Oh, what did you
My
like to
God.
know?
Did
Right.
his-
I don't know either.
With a very supple spine.
It articulates like a giraffe.
This is
Giraffe.
the weirdest request I've ever
Look,
made.
it's like some sort of giant snake man.
Wait, who's the top?
Trusting me.
Jenya? Yeah, she's gonna be the face.
Yep.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah, except that wouldn't work though because she'd be like, "Oh, I am on my friend's shoulders and he's on his friend's shoulders."
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm not a
That's
snake
fine.
man.
I don't. That's, you know what? At that point, hell yeah.
Why is that person so tall? Well, we are not one person. We are 3 person. And
I don't think.
I don't know.
I don't think
but
it-
we are here.
I don't think it hurts the scam at all. To be quite
It's
frank.
just a
And I have
snake
been told to
saying
ask
that.
you if you would like to buy a watch.
The bucket is too low, so I have to shake out another arm.
Don't listen, that snake is a fucking liar.
Why is her chest and crotch giggling in 2 different volumes?
Rathel's head just pops out like, no.
Meanwhile, Marcus is sitting on the bottom like, is this the thing you guys do all the time? Is that the problem? This is what I got myself into.
Did you find the eye?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, he will.
Yeah.
He will.
I've lost it again.
At an inopportune moment, he will.
I think it needs another level of complication where, since Yvine can do any
Yvine just keeps
accent, any
falling the fuck out.
language, it's dubbed. But it's Yvine's voice.
Yes. I am a
Seemingly
snake
coming
man.
from the same mouth.
Snake.
Or you just hang out the back of the bottom where the tails are.
No, she's off. She's off in the shadow somewhere.
Yep.
She's not even part of the column.
No, but she could though because she just
Shadow of
slithers
the
out.
tail.
Oh, shit, guys.
Well, there you go.
Oh dear.
Giant snake man.
Gonna go get a lot of cloth now.
You're gonna create a lot of like fucking cryptozoologists in San Felipe.
We are.
Bigfoot stole my mail. I'm all for it.
Right?
Mothman stole my catalytic converter.
Called my mom a slut.
It's not that he was wrong. It was just offensive. It's just rude.
I'm sorry. All right. My bad.
So
Holy
yes,
shit.
after a few more minutes of this, you are now the proprietress of a sprawling mansion, which, as you exit the building, Palabra tells you, apparently you also inherited a gaggle of servants because they come with the property.
Oh, we're gonna vet those people or kill them.
So,
They shall be interrogated.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna read all of them.
We're also
Get
gonna-
ready.
We're also gonna defend. We're
Not
also
this
going
game.
to fortify the fuck out of this.
Yep.
You know what
this,
this
property.
is all about.
mhm.
And we might invite the elephant friend to visit.
Oh yay!
I was gonna
Okay.
say, like, we should bring back the elephant.
Yep, the
I think
elephant
we
probably
already
just
decided
made
on
it to
that, I
A3
thought.
at this point. It's like, hey, get back on the boat. Come back.
Turn around. Come back.
Literally probably
I
just
have,
got home.
I have suspected it to come back with the princes, with the prince, with the princess.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Be like, this elephant just has blessed us with its presence and is very adamant about joining us.
So, yeah, you walk there, and Palabra is like, I'll organize everything, but you are a proprietress at this point.
What are we gonna name the estate?
I know. And I was like, oh, that's nice. It's like, I don't know what Jenya was talking about. I was perfectly friendly. Like, that was a perfectly fine experience.
Everyone's so mad in there. So strange.
Not as far as the meta is concerned.
Yeah, they're all perfectly lovely.
Right. Delightful people in there.
Palabrazeki, yeah, I'll give you a full roster of the house staff here shortly. I'm going to review these documents. I'm going to try to organize what their wages are.
And then it's like, yes. You can talk to Rethel about that. I need to go home and get out of this dress.
Yes.
Too many layers.
For sure.
I can relate.
Yeah.
Those of you still at
He
the
worries his
house,
collar.
Emil and Veronica are washing plates and cleaning the kitchen at this point. There's a overhanging fear about using these facilities and not leaving them pristine.
They too have insane flower crowns.
Yep.
Oh no, I'm supervising with my strict regiment of day drinking.
I think I actually left already. 'Cause I went,
You have
You went to the
flowers
shop.
woven
yeah, I
in
went to
your
the
beard.
shop, and I'm also like trying to
It's fine.
figure out what
They add to the aromatics
Leandro
of
and
the
I are
hops
gonna
and
wear.
the ale.
Oh,
And
yeah.
the other thing I think is I'm probably going to ask which of the witches there want to actually be part of this, because I will want some support.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, we can do that
I
later.
want something, but I don't know what. Oh no, there's chips. All right.
There's so many chips behind
Okay,
you.
yeah.
Please help yourself with all them chips.
Talk with your hands.
Chip it up.
The
Like how he goes to the other side when they're all like right there.
the chatter and
Put some
the
chips in these buns.
the sort of business happening right here in the kitchen suddenly gets interrupted
Oh, hello.
by barks from the dog, and
Well, that was a quick walk. That was a quick walk. Are you okay?
Emil actually bursts into the room with the dog, and
Oh.
he's like black and blue
Oh.
all over. Has like cuts on his face, but he looks like excited as all hells. And he sort of like slides into the room, like he just like Kramers into the kitchen.
This is Emil, not Oscar.
This is Oscar.
Oscar.
Okay,
sorry.
this is Oscar. Okay.
Yeah.
And
They're
he-
twins. We don't
He
know.
looks at Emil
They're
like
just-
he's about to shout something,
They're German. They look the same.
Yeah.
but then he pauses
You're allowed
and
to
looks.
headcanon that they're twins after everything I've done. 'Cause
He
I
looks
talking
around.
to someone recently,
That's right.
and we laughed at your expense and said,
That's
you
okay.
deserve this.
Sorry, John. I want to correct
You're
you.
good. He sort of pauses before he shouts at his brother and looks at Veronica and looks towards the backyard as to where Zhenya is and sort of contains it and
Oh, I lean in now.
sort of like relaxes a little bit and he's like, Emil, are you free to come and play by any chance?
I lean back out.
Emil,
It's like, oh.
Emil is like raises an
So
eyebrow.
that's the kind of place he went to.
He's like, some boys from back home are at the tavern right now. There's a brawl that started between some of the Vatians and objectionists. You gotta come join.
I set the tankard down and I start pushing them. I'm like, let's go. I'm going for a walk. I'm going to walk the dog.
That's what we say when we leave the house, right?
The dog is already in the front yard. Oscar is like, as soon as you get pushed out, like Emil sort of looks at Veronica and sort of doesn't look at Zhenya. And he's like,
You're not gonna invite me to the brawl?
No,
Rude. I mean, say why?
well,
because you're no fun.
you're all within earshot
What?
of
Because
this.
I'll
So,
hurt everyone before you can.
Exactly.
you're all within earshot. So like, if you want to go partake, Zhenya, you're more than welcome.
I feel like Zhenya kind of looks at Ricardo like...
Ricardo's like, go have fun.
And she's still doing that like, is this a test? Wait.
You've rested for a day. Like
After the emotional manipulation of yesterday, I don't know how to feel anymore.
You're probably fine. You're not at death's door anymore.
Like all the flowers that she's standing around just like hella bloom. And she's like, you're right. She gives him like the biggest, like, you guys have seen them like cuddly in public, but not like this. And she just kisses him so hard, goes, let's go play!
So am I happy?
Hops out.
Emil,
Can we like come back? Is there?
Oh yeah. Like you see this gaggle. Like Emil looks like visibly relieved at this point.
Come.
Veronica's like, you go out, finish, freaking, and then like as the door closes, she's like, brother-in-law.
Kasha. No,
You have to come and assist me because everybody left, and I can go because I'll hurt myself.
That's fair.
He's like,
She's
yep.
probably the best fighter of any of us at this point. We've been training her so much.
Yeah.
So yeah, you see this gaggle coming in, and as you're coming to the scene, like Oscar is basically like giving the lowdown. It's like, I don't know, like these couple gangs like sort of rolled in. I think they're like mercenary groups, sort of like ours, right? And then they got drunk, and then I guess a couple of the Castilians were like, they're making jokes about the war, and both of them are kind of like, oh yeah, no, that's no good, like, and it got messy, and there were like some insults traded. I don't know, like some of the Eisen boys like just got in. There's 3 of them. Look like they can hold their own, but then I don't know. There's 3 or 4 different companies. Doesn't matter. Like just hurry up. Like we're gonna miss it.
Get in the car, man.
Okay, make good choices.
Decidedly not.
So yeah, as you make your way back to apparently Oscar's favorite haunt, which looks about as reputable as you would imagine, there's 2 people out on the street, flat on their faces, like right on the pavement, and there's pandemonium happening inside. Shit is breaking. You hear punches. You hear curse words in Castilian, in Montaigne, in Eisen. It's a fucking legit brawl in there. Once you get inside, fists are thrown everywhere. So you're gonna be joining.
Jenny just.
Marcus. Let's rewind the clock a little bit. You, your brother-in-law, and your nephew have stopped at this tavern, mostly because your brother-in-law will not travel any further at this point without some grub and a drink. As dubious as he is of Castilian cuisine, this will have to do.
It's not as bad as you think. It's very not hearty, but it'll do.
Well, it'll make us skinny if we stay here too long.
Just ask for some extra cheese. They'll throw it on everything.
Well,
Not wrong.
they're gonna be happy to hang out with him anyway.
Sounds,
Are they? You eat it all.
sounds like a plan.
Yeah, but that means that there's always a lot.
How old is Marcus's nephew?
No, that's fair. As soon as we take him to the
Marcus's
restaurant, they're
nephew,
gonna be
so
set.
I said Marcus is 37, his brother-in-law is 39, a little bit older, and then his nephew is 17, 18, somewhere in there.
Right.
Old enough to be a warrior, but young enough to where he probably shouldn't be a warrior.
Yeah. He's
If he
well.
wasn't, if he
it's
wasn't
the
required.
you've had to be
Yeah.
right.
He was born in the middle of the war.
Right.
Oh, so you're younger than me.
Probably.
Oh, neat.
So yeah, Heinrich is already like scoping a spot and he takes the table and he's like, So Uncle, do you have an idea of who we're gonna ask for support?
So my understanding is, have I heard about these fucking group of crazies?
You probably heard at this point because they've liberated Liso recently,
Right.
and a couple. So the Zobel Lobe, which is a group that you've had dealings with in the past. They're monster hunters, like you are. They're basically. They have units all over the place. One of their big bases is actually in the main forest in Isen, where they basically station in the woods, fighting horrors so they don't get out.
Nice.
More or less, like they're, and some of their other units basically are out because they fund their war effort by basically training mercenaries from other nations. Like they sell their training, and that basically replenishes their coffers, right? So you know the Zobel Lo, you know that they've worked with them previously. Yeah. They were actually in the woods in Isen for a bit, and how.
But were they sleeping?
That remains to be seen. Yes and no.
Yeah, depends on who you ask.
Yeah. Schrodinger's woods.
Yeah.
So from that channel, I think you would have heard about Mendez and the crazy shenanigans they've been up to.
I've been trying to make fetch happen. Calling our crew the Corvus.
They keep using this phrase. Fetch. I do not think it's ever going to happen.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. You know they're labeled as friends of Die Kreuzritter, like the secret society of monster hunters. So they're.
I've been trying to call our crew the Corvus Free.
So yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What is that?
Oh yeah. Don't worry about it. Put it in your licking hole.
It's sweet and what is it? Oh, you need everybody to try it first.
Oh, I done tried it. I've been up in there.
Yeah.
You know, it was real good.
Wow.
It's my honey walnut spread.
Okay. Yeah, it is.
Honey walnut in
Cream cheese.
Cream cheese. Yeah. So I relay that to him and say, we're going to be.
Taster?
No. I'm gonna.
Mendes y Mendes is who we are looking for. We know that say to get up to some. It's a colloquial term here. Crazy shit.
Sorry.
It's mierda loca in the local parlance.
Yeah, very good. Mierda loca.
Crazy shies.
I don't know where to find them yet, but
Scheisse cuckoo.
From everything I've heard from the channels that we have, we'll probably fall into that lap at some point or another.
Klaus kills his first mug of ale,
That's mine.
and he's like, I hear one of them fucks bears.
I did hear that story. I don't know the veracity of it, but I mean, it's probably true. Based on everything else I've heard.
Yeah, but which one?
Yeah.
Heinrich is like, why would you make that up?
Oh man, you don't know us yet.
Well,
Marcus pats Heinrich on the shoulder and says, "Remind me later to tell you a couple of stories about what we used to say about your dad back in the war."
he does not know to hear about that. They bring him his food like on a plate, and he's like, "Put that in a bowl and then mix it together." Do you have gravy?
He said. So Marcus says in perfect Castilian. He says. Effectively, give them some of that special, the roux mixed it. I don't know. Comes up with some sort of thing. Like, give them that exactly what they want.
Well, do you have an idea of how to find your bear lovers?
Hey, no one said anything about love.
That was not part of that equation.
It was a purely transactional encounter. No.
What is Mendes y Mendes like?
Jenna's gonna be stuck.
Is it registered as something somewhere?
They're pretty much a trading company.
It is a trading company.
Okay.
It's legit.
Except they're dealing in everything but.
Right, of course.
What is
They're like hunting ghosts, they're liberating cities,
So,
they're
so
killing
in-
In
people.
Tony's
Import,
headcanon,
export.
Mendes y Mendes is a trading company.
Yes.
It's exports, imports, purchasing, etc. Our crew is basically a merc company as far and or vigilantes, according to whoever you talk to, that don't technically work for anyone but themselves, but are associated with Mendes y Mendes because
But
because of,
Also, Madame Salvador.
no, we're not
Wait,
officially
really?
recognized
No,
as
that's
we're
right.
her
Not anymore.
secret we're her secret lads.
I see.
We're her secret lads.
Yep.
But because at least two to three people who run with us are like I'm Mendes y Mendes as well as Ricardo Mendez, and then the captain of the San Felipe Guard, who spent a lot of time with me before becoming the captain, is also a Jose. There appears to be a lot of Joses who work in Mendes y Mendes. A lot of high-ranking individuals in
But
the
there's no
organization.
Jose Mendez.
No, man.
No.
Those lines do not cross.
yet.
Yeah.
We'll see. One day there will be
Yeah.
there will be a chosen one.
And that is what he's.
So yeah.
We know that there is a branch office for this company that they apparently work for.
It's the HQ.
Oh, it's
here.
HQ.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you
Yeah.
came to the right place.
Yeah. So my thought is we just go in and talk to them, see if we can hire them for assistance. All the other merc companies are too scared to come to town.
Well, at least these folks have traveled north. I heard from Major Krauser that they fought an invasion of ghosts and beasts from the woods.
I give that fucker his hand.
I actually hadn't heard that one. You said they have experience fighting the undead.
That's
We
what
have
I heard.
experience beating the undead. Yo, what's up?
But that is going to be much more helpful.
Huh.
Ivian made friends with one.
Well, friends is a strong word.
Hopefully,
She suffers PTSD.
That's
because
right.
of one.
Heinrich like gets his food and starts digging in. He's like, well, hopefully the Red Prince doesn't do too much damage back home before we can make it back.
My only hope is that he is pacified for the moment. He hasn't been awake for several weeks. And perhaps we will have enough time to get some help before he wakes back up.
No, is it vampires? Was he sleeping in the woods? Sorry, I'm
Everyone.
gonna stop now.
It's Ison. Everybody's
It's all
sleeping
woods.
in the woods.
There are,
Yeah.
yeah. Also, there are always undead sleeping in the woods. Okay, I get it.
Yep.
Um,
When the waitress comes back with the for the food,
restless strum.
he says in
restless
Castilian,
slumber.
he says some words, and she looks back at him and goes, "Hmm?" And he says, "Yeah," and he orders basically what is effectively like one whole Iberian ham leg
Nice.
bring me
or
all the
Iberico. I
ham.
don't remember how that would.
So you're a fan of the jamon, all right?
Yeah,
He just takes the whole thing because he's a very large person.
yeah. These chairs are, you actually were given a chair when you first sat in, and then you traded in for a stool because these armchairs are not. Yeah. Both your hips got stuck.
You just sat on it and it just went flat.
As you get to your ham and, you continue to sort of talk and strategize, Klaus is on his third ale, and as he brings it to his mouth, somebody bumps into him and makes it spill, like, all over himself. And he starts letting out a string of curses in Ison. He sort of looks around. You see a Vodace, a Montaigne, and a Castille
They all walk into a bar.
hanging together with a fellow countryman. They're all wearing the same colors. They're carrying like multiple tankards of ale that they're bringing to a table. Recognize that as probably a mercenary company logo. And the Vodache, very smarmily, is like, oh, I'm sorry, I did not mean to bump into you, but he sort of sneers and looks at Klaus and is like, you ice and stock have been mostly invisible in the past few years. Pardon me.
Okay.
Marcus puts his hand on Klaus's shoulder and gives it a squeeze. Be like, hey man, it's okay. You're right. We have been very busy on our own dealing with, all of the other people that are dead that are, up and walking around and trying to kill all the rest of the people of our land that are still alive. So I accept your apology. Yes, we've been very busy. Please, would you like to join us to sit and eat as fellow mercenaries?
There's laughter pretty much like throughout. Even the Ison like sort of joins in, and they're like, no, I don't think so. And they sort of move about, and Heinrich looks like super red in the face right there. He looks at Klaus, who's just like raging and basically like drinking his food at this point. Like he's just like bringing the bowl to his face and just like slurping it. And Heinrich, like in Castilian, says, "You bunch of ungrateful swine." If
Marcus very quickly says, Heinrich.
They stop, like, and at this point, like the Castilian steps forward and puts the mug on the table, and he starts to get close to your nephew.
Now, before you do anything, and I'll be happy to do some intimidation or anything here.
Sure.
I don't know, because, stare down, eyes, or whatever. But he says, before you do anything, if you touch my nephew, or my uncle, or my brother here,
I will kill you.
How old is this nephew? I missed it.
17, 18.
Yeah, you can put him on one of the covers.
Yep.
He can hang out with this sack.
Yep.
If you touch my nephew or my brother, none of you will walk out of here.
There's like a sneer again.
Bitch.
Big man. The Ison, like, in the back is like, looks like objection is to me. Starting shit we can finish.
Well, that does it.
As this happens,
you done push the holy war button. You shouldn't have done that.
yep. As this happens, and we'll go with some approaches here in a second.
I thought it was just going to be disrespect your surroundings, but it was a whole intro.
You hear a dog bark from within the establishment, and then a chair is lifted and cracked right next to your table. Yes. The whole place erupts into pandemonium. Immediately, you hear a yes with an Ison accent, followed by a bunch of barking from a dog.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
Hey man, it's like, where are you taking my dog?
The dog's fine.
Look, he's happy. It's good for him.
Maybe this one's better. Ah, yes.
I don't trust any of you with my dog.
I don't know why we don't just play Rammstein, though.
I mean, at this point. So yeah, basically the way to do this is the situation is now erupting in violence.
Yep.
So what is your approach? What is the action you want Marcus to take?
Marcus is This is he was fine intimidating them until someone pushed the War of the Cross button.
It was the Ison too.
Yeah, and so Marcus's whole point right now is to grab the Ison by the face and put it on the floor.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
That would be a brawn and brawl.
Okay. All right. I need some dice, please. So brawn, brawl. I got 6 in both. So.
There you go.
Ooh, thank you. And then the specialties. I gotta see how those work because I have a
legendary trait gives you, so basically you set one of your dice aside and you treat it as a 10.
I see.
So
Okay.
you don't roll that one; it just already is a 10.
That's already a raise.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll set one of these aside as a 10.
And because you have at least 5 dots in one of your scores that you're using to roll, that explodes, and you can add another die.
Okay, so I have actually 13 dice to roll because I have Boxer, so that adds
Yeah.
into it. I have Bar Fighter too, but I'm not hitting him with an improvised weapon, so I'm just gonna
yet,
roll.
Not yet,
anyway.
because when you change your tactic to use different abilities, you can add a die.
Okay, all right. So this is actually all 13 dice, so that's good. Okay. So we'll roll all these.
Yep, and then
math.
for the fun math project.
Okay, so then I gotta find tens, right?
So
Well-
you add things together to make 10s
Or 15.
or 15s, since you have
5 dots.
5
Yeah.
dots.
Yeah.
You said this
4.
explodes, right? Because
Yeah. So you can
okay.
roll it
That's
again.
1
that's
and
another 9.
So then you add things together to make 10s and 15s, and the 15s count as 2.
Okay, so we'll do that's a 10 and a 15. There's a 10 and a 5 for 15. Nope, that was an 8. Yep.
Well, there's a 5 you can attach to the floating 10.
Yeah, it's a 10 and a 15. So that's 2 15s. And then, oh god, I see what you're talking about with all the 9s.
Yeah. Oh, that's almost worse.
Okay, that's another 10. And then 3, 3, and 4 is also a 10. And then 3 9s that I can't do anything with.
Well, I
Actually,
mean, they make a
hang on a
they
second.
make
No, disregard.
18, so.
Yeah, I disregard. I gotta make that a 15. I'm gonna use the 9, 3, and 3 to make it 15. So I get an extra 1.
It doesn't have to be exact.
Yeah.
So,
And then I have a 9, 9, and a 4 left over.
because
Which gives you...
you have
Another 15.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
because you have, where the fuck is my shit?
So that's 10 total raises.
Did you count the 10 that... okay.
Yes.
Because you have at least 3 ranks in something, you can re-roll 1 more single die just to see if you can squeeze a few more drops of blood out.
I see.
So those 2 3s maybe. Or you had 1s.
One die, right?
Yeah, you can reroll.
Oh, I see. I already picked it up. Crap.
Well,
I
10
mean, I got 10
10
raises,
10
I
is still good.
Yeah, I got 10
that's
raises. I think I'm pretty alright for that.
You'll learn how to...
I'll figure it out,
optimize
yeah.
Very
Yeah.
quickly.
You ask Amanda how many raises she gets on a low roll.
That's because she does 3 things.
He does 3 things.
She does 3 things very well.
I think I have one really, really good roll. Like, resolve plus empathy is my best.
Whenever I sword fight,
Okay.
that's when it happens.
I mean, I've been steadily getting my weaponry up there
Because I have quick reflexes for weaponry and legendary trait for finesse, so that adds dumb things.
it sure does.
Weaponry is my one specialty. My big fucking sword.
I should hope so.
BFF.
My specialty is athletics, so I can
I
improvise.
thought your specialty was eating.
I mean,
Yep, athletic.
Yeah.
Look, competition eating is an athletic endurance.
I don't know where the specialty
you can
thing is.
dodge.
I will look for
Roll
it now.
brawn
It's
plus
like a
athletics
4
to see how many
it's like
hot
a 4
dogs you can
purchase
eat.
trait.
And we said it was like one experience per.
It
oh, yes,
explicitly
favorite
says,
page.
yeah.
yeah.
1 for 1.
You don't have to roll if you're improvising if you have a specialist
All right, so I got 10 raises.
Sizable. All right. Well, as you can imagine, it doesn't take much, right? Everything erupts into violence in front of you. Klaus,
Oh, that's really good.
that spark gave the same idea to Klaus. He's immediately up on his feet and grabs one of the nearby guys and starts to go to town on it. Even Heinrich sort of gets up at this point, and it's a whole thing. That mercenary company is quite a few members deep, as you can see, right? You're a soldier, so you sort of take a quick assessment of the room, and many of them were still at the table, and they immediately get to their feet as well. But other random patrons are sort of joining in at this point.
As soon as Marcus has the Ison on the ground, and he's like, whether or not he's a conscious or not, he is like railing into him with just slur on slur on slur for Ison fucking not objectionist. Yeah, Vanachine, yeah. Like, he is going as hard as possible and, like, letting everybody else hear all of the terrible things that he's saying.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. You'll take, so, if you want to lean into the intimidation portion of this, if you use all 10 of your raises, you 100% grab that guy's face and just like shove him to the ground like a rag doll. You actually lift him up his feet first by the face and then put him down. If you use all 10, you'll take 2 non-dramatic wounds, but will not flinch a second as some of this guy's buddies come in and break a couple chairs on your back, and it does next to nothing to you.
Yeah, I'm trying to do a little bit of a show of this, of like lifting him up, putting him on the ground, and then not selling their attacks at all.
Yep, basically,
okay, yeah, I'm
like,
totally down.
You hear the chairs just shatter on your back. You feel the sting, but I mean, 2 non-dramatic is basically like 2 circles. It's nothing.
Yeah.
Right. You've hurt yourself worse shaving.
Do I know do I know what the people, like what country the people who hit me come from? Do I get an idea?
It's the Montaigne and the Castilian attacked you. The Vodace is busy being pummeled by your brother-in-law.
As I take the chairs to the back, he just like looks at them both, and in their individual languages just says, "You're next."
Nice. And yeah, your nephew also joins in the fray because reinforcements are coming from that table as more of that mercenary outfit are coming in. The freeform a little bit of that bar fight because it lasts for a little bit, right, as you're pummeling into these guys before you see a group of folks sort of burst into the room as you...
I just imagine it being one of those like clouds with like the arms.
100% cartoon.
Yeah, basically, right? Like at this point, you waylaid that Ison guy, he's out. You've waylaid the Montaigne. You're quite
holding the other guy up by his hair.
Yep. He's bloodied, and he's, like your nephew and your brother-in-law are also fighting, and then a new group enters the fray. You hear the telltale barks of the dog. And you hear above the din, a faint, not faint, but, you just hear the yelling of like, oh good, it's still going. And yes, we left. And
you there, young boy. What day is it? What? It's Christmas. It's bar fight day, sir.
Yep.
Oh, I haven't missed it.
Again, you see this crew assembled there. So there's 2 that look related, including the one that yelled very excitedly that the dog is following around. There's what looks to be a Western man, dressed in a shirt, suspenders, a hat, looking very sort of dapper. There's a short but clearly grinning woman who's basically looking at this pandemonium like, yes, and just cracking her knuckles. So yeah, this assembly of folks just stepped in from the street.
The Vestin takes off his hat and starts shoving his shirt into the hat and sets it down.
Still the suspenders.
Oh yeah.
A small kind of round lady goes, I've been waiting for this.
Bright red hair.
Like, it's mousy honey brown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
It has that hint of a strawberry tint, but
Ah, okay, there it is.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I look like Little John from the animal.
With a bunch of
Robin
flowers
Hood,
woven into his beard.
jumping back into the tent. That's just the animation of swirling, and that's that. Yeah, same energy.
Yeah.
You clearly see Marcus, and you can clearly see Marcus as there's one Ison who is like literally like a foot taller than everybody else in the
Yep.
room.
Oh, she's like that one. I want that one.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
so there's a big, tall... there's clearly a trio fighting together at that table.
Okay.
You see some waylaid mercenaries. There's other random patrons that are just like knocked out cold. Yeah. Some of which Oscar took out as he was exiting to go get his brother.
Do we know what the name of the mercenary company is, or do we have an idea of what they are?
You can
Based on their
look.
colors?
You can actually look at the. You can try to roll a. That'd probably be a scholarship one. If you have warfare,
I have both of those.
you can sub that in.
I'll use scholarship because I got more of that. A scholarship plus anything else, or
Wits,
just
typically.
Wits.
Back at the house, Jimena's like, where's my dog?
I'll bring more detail
Yep.
next time I go.
When you get to the house, Ricardo
1, 2,
and
3,
Veronica
4.
are finishing to clean
Damn.
the kitchen. Ricardo says, I think the dog went with the
16.
the Ison boys.
15. There we go. So 1, 2, 3,
Where?
4.
For a walk.
Well,
Taking it for a walk.
my understanding is that they went to a tavern because I guess some kind of fight.
So I would roll 4 more
Okay.
dice to count for those. And
Okay.
then if
She's
you want, you can pick
tearing
one
the
to reroll.
dress off like
Oh, I don't have
as she
special
goes
uses
up
for
the
stuff.
stairs.
No.
If you have
Oh, I see.
3 or more dots in anything,
It's one
you
thing
can
to walk
reroll
the
a
dog
single
away.
die.
I walk the dog is an entirely different thing to walk the dog this way.
That's not how you walk the dog.
That is not how you walk dogs.
If you walk the
Nice.
dot right, nobody gets hurt.
15.
Everyone's in a
Everyone
good
is
place.
happy.
1, 2.
Everyone, you have to what's it? Practice safe dog walking.
Yeah.
That's 9 raises.
Very cool.
You're learning.
These are the lost dogs.
Lost dogs.
Yep.
So in
Lost dogs have my dog.
yeah,
Yep.
No, they don't.
in whatever language that I
Your
see,
dog
I'm gonna
has
start
them.
shouting out loud. I can't wait to tell everyone back at home that say lost bitches are little bitches.
Nice.
Yeah, with that many, you know that they're active primarily in Vodache, Montaigne, and Castille, sort of the southern tip of
Latin.
Thea. They sort of travel around there. They're swords for hires, right? Like
Yeah.
they're basically usually hired as muscled on like merchant ships for wealthy folks who don't have merchant marines or
When we're talking about merchants, or when we're talking about the mercenary culture of Ison, they're basically pieces of shit.
yeah, they're
Okay,
basically like they get hired as like muscle. They get hired as like intimidation employees. They're not soldiers.
Yeah,
they're
I gotcha.
toughs, right? So they're more brutes than soldiers.
I've taken shits bigger than any of you.
Yep.
I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast.
You
Klaus is like,
You eat
don't have
pieces
enough
of shit
fiber.
for breakfast?
You should really do something about that.
Oh
You
my
eat bacon
God.
with every meal. It's just not healthy.
Klaus is like, that's right. It's healthy Iceland cuisine. Healthy bowel movements.
Good in, good out.
Yep.
You eat bacon every day, it's not healthy. Don't you tell me how to live!
Slop in, slop out.
Yeah, he just as many like half of the insults that you hear coming from I'm sure you hear coming from inside that are in other languages are just fucking Marcus going off at everybody that he can see.
It's just been.
And every
so
once in a while, you hear them in a different voice. You don't know from whence.
Yeah,
Because Evine can speak every language.
that's right.
Yep.
That's right. Evine, are you joining in on this bar fight? I mean, as a good Inish.
Hell yeah.
They've been part of the fight the
whole time.
So basically,
Eventually-
some guys are just gonna randomly fall into a shadow and then never come back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Someone got shot with an arrow. You don't know how.
Yeah,
where
where'd
it
that
came
arrow
from.
Came through time.
Falls from the
It
ceiling.
did.
Yeah.
Through time, indeed.
Yeah.
Good was the one who was like, "You should mention the war."
Meanwhile, I'm just making some clothes and going, I wonder what everyone else is.
Jimena is marching very angrily towards this pub, being like, "Ooh, how dare you take my boat? These
All right.
places."
Everybody joining in the fray.
Yay!
Jimena will be there
approaches.
eventually.
Yep. Right after this round of approach,
walk right
Jimena will make it.
There you go.
I would like to finesse
The old
plus tempt.
saying where three
All
or
right.
more of them
Are you gonna flirt with
is
one?
there.
I'll play with mine.
What was that?
You're gonna
The
flirt?
old saying, when three or more are gathered in a bar fight, TV is there.
Nice.
Evine, there's an extra person, Marcus, in that outfit that clearly didn't step through a door, but is there.
Just, immediately.
Just all along.
today.
Thank you.
It's like you're watching like an animated film and like somebody didn't animate it right and there's a character that pops in on one of the cells at some point. Like they clearly didn't
Terrible
animate
editing.
them in, but now they're there. They're in the group shot.
And then suddenly one scene, just part of their clothing is a different color.
Yep.
It's a good thing because right now Marcus is going to attack anybody who's wearing those colors. So
Well, yep. Yep. All right. Brown Brawl from our
Yes, please.
Brawl lady,
Yep.
I would assume.
Yes.
Rethel, do you do anything different?
I
I was like, Rethel, this finesse plus Thames. After stuffing his shirt into his hat, he takes off his pants. Also stuff them into the hat.
just spoiling the suspenders off. Yeah.
gets the oil out.
I was just saying, no, as soon as the suspenders come down, he just suddenly is oiled.
He stuffs his pants into the hat, and the suspenders are like latched to his underwear mysteriously.
They're not attached to anything; they just don't fall off, and it's all very strange and off-putting.
He has a tattoo of suspenders.
Oh no! It's underneath his regular suspenders.
Yeah, let me panache plus warfare into this bad boy.
Yeah.
I want to do some battlefield control. I want to like start. I want to manipulate the battlefield by pushing and shoving and dodging to try and start to get this brawl into a much more amenable, fun situation. Because right now it's these three guys
It's a
just
little
sort
bit
of.
chaotic. Like you see some of the staff are
We
trying
like
to
an
not get hurt.
organized brawl.
This is a beautiful community event that needs some guidance. And as
Rethel is refereeing this. So I was like, all right, cool, clean, fun, boys.
he's like,
Like,
"Yeah, let's fuck it up. Yeah, so I'm the old guy in the pit who's picking people up to make sure no one gets stepped on. But you still get a fucking boot in the head. You're good. Let's go. Yeah, we're running clockwise. So yeah,
right.
so yeah, we're gonna do panache plus warfare for that, which we'll take an extra die on.
So Slayer 1984, bitches.
That's right. Let me Let me grab a chair,
5.
a table leg as well to get some of that
6.
bar fighter in there.
You notice that
Agent Death Cage.
Mm-hmm.
notice that the youngest of the trio has had the same idea. It has a pretty well carved leg that he wields as a bludgeon.
I'm gonna have to stat those two up at some point in the two.
Yeah. Feel free.
I haven't seen fight this good since Sepultura in '87.
Back when the Cavalier brothers were still in it.
I would like to say that I did intentionally make sure that I did not give him a dead wife this time.
Yeah, well, there you go.
14 to fuck shit up.
Oh, damn, alright.
Fucking Tasmanian devil. Genia starts spinning. And just...
They started her up.
My betrothed made me stay home and rest for a day.
You got a lot of pent-up energy.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
right.
yeah, because didn't we get in a fight while you were gone?
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's not like good Castilian. She doesn't masturbate.
In secret.
Vent off that energy.
This is just
God.
between me and Theus. Only
Ask
he
for
sees all.
forgiveness after.
Only he
Seems-
sees all.
yeah.
He made me like I am, so...
Seems I work you.
That's what we say about sorcery.
Part of the fun for certain people.
If he didn't want me to do this, he would not give me his impulses. I'll be right back.
You'll be in your bunk.
Yeah.
What I think is actually really interesting, Tony, is yes, Genya and Ricardo have not done the deed because she's respecting his boundaries, but you've never asked if she's ever done it before.
Oh, I'm sure she has.
I mean, she's clearly fucked a bear, so...
She's
No.
so...
That's the joke, is that
This
it
is
never
perfect.
actually
And
happened.
Marcus has this whole, like,
Oh, yeah.
legend, like, all messed up.
You were an army
How
lady.
many,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
how many
yeah.
telephones did that go
Needs
through
and urges.
before Marcus heard
I
it?
should have
She
had
has no
Klaus
problem
being
with
like,
any of these things.
I hear a bear fucked one of them.
Got it wrong.
Nobody...
I've never laid with any of them.
Nobody fucked a bear. They made sweet, sweet love to that bear.
It still has not happened.
So-
It's never gonna
Some
happen.
fucking Marvin Gaye
would be-
playing.
It would ruin it really. If it would have happened at this point, like it can't happen.
9?
Oh yeah, no, we're bringing order to this drunken disorderly.
Absolutely.
It's gonna be glorious. It's gonna go for hours.
Marcus, on your end?
I'm like throwing people
What's up?
at the
You
bar and
still-
like
You
hydrate.
still brawling it?
yeah, let's see. 2, 3, 4.
Remember to hydrate, then get back in. Let's go. No quitters.
Renthal does like the towel around. He's holding a bottle.
I'm rat tailing people like good move, good. Yeah, it's looking good. Yeah.
Nope. No. None of that.
Right.
No stabbings.
Oh yeah.
Bludgeon
Anytime
only.
anytime someone pulls up a real weapon, I'm like, no,
No,
that's
bludgeons
not cool.
only.
Not cool.
Like this rumble is fair fight.
That's right. This is a good old fashioned wholesome rumble.
That'd be when Merlin comes in.
What?
No, and Jimena gets
Jimena
it.
gets in.
You're like, I'm not coming.
I'm busy making clothes.
Yeah.
Marlena has respectable things to do.
Like an adult.
Sometimes.
Right.
Sometimes it's respectable. Sometimes it's like,
I
I'm
mean,
gonna make
Jimena
this
is
dress
coming-
and murder people.
No,
Hey,
I'm gonna make
whatever.
this dress
It was
murder
for a
people.
good reason.
It was for a good
Sure.
reason.
It was
Sure,
very
sure.
good reason.
I mean,
Good
Jimena's
cause.
coming down here to ruin the party, so.
Who got my dog? Oh god, Jimena's gonna turn into John Wick. He's like, you better not fuck with my dog.
Oh, the dog is having the best time, just yapping, jumping around in between everything.
Everyone's
Oh,
playing,
Oh, yeah, the
yay!
dog is
What are you
having...
teaching my dog?
It's called roughhousing. Duh.
Josecito is a
11?
good
11,
dog.
It's like, you take my dog whoring and
It's like, I can turn a blind eye to the boring.
Yeah. I know the girls will treat him very well.
right. A dog is an amazing wingman, so I can understand that.
Yeah, 11 to continue the beatdown on the mercenary company.
All right. And you said you had 14.
Yep. I'm using Riot Breaker.
All right.
Oh man,
I should have used that, but
Posting that bear could bring it back.
Yeah.
I don't remember what Riot Breaker does.
Well-
You're used to opponents coming in double digits. When you take wounds from a brute squad, subtract your resolve from the wounds. The remainder is how many wounds you take. A
Yep.
minimum of 1 wound.
Well, you will take nothing
Yeah.
this round, as bludgeons are heaved upon you, but like
Oh,
like
I
the
forgot.
waves breaking upon the rocks, it does nothing.
Sorry, 10.
10.
If he sees this happen, he's in awe of the tiny girl
Oh, yeah, yeah,
also
yeah.
not selling the fucking chair.
That little lady like just rolled in. You also see the
She's
two
got this big ass fucking grin.
the brothers just like why the dog follows one of them. The dog is dodging like broken
No,
bottles and like
this dog is better on a battlefield than most men.
Yeah.
No,
the dog is like barking, like trips a couple guys, like it's joining into the fray. And, like the brothers are just jumping into the melee. This one just like ducks low and start to waylay most of the mercenaries that are still at the table.
I don't have a weapons guild, but I'm a boxer. So
Oh,
it's just, bah, 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 bah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I feel like it looks like really basic but incredibly well executed Krav Maga.
Yeah.
Like nothing
CQC.
nothing fancy out of it, but just brutal and aggro.
Just that brute force.
It's like military CQC.
Yeah, basically.
I'll take
The Veston guy has a bunch of the Veston guy has a bunch of fresh
I don't really
scars
do many
that don't
hits.
seem
I just
to
do one really good one.
that don't seem to
yeah.
hold him up.
your own precision. So yeah, you join the fray. You basically control. Basically, the table is like you're playing King of the Mountain right now with your relatives. Nobody's making it to your fucking table. Your food is untouched. There's like pandemonium all around. Broken chairs, broken
Every so often you
bottles.
swat a
Like
fly. Like
you actually see some of the brothers like slip an ale like as they're fighting. But
that's
their table is
amateur
untouched.
respect.
You've sort of like naturally made a line there, and no one has crossed it between the three of you. Klaus is just joining you into yelling obscenities and expletives and just venting out the pent-up rage. The kid is also following along. Like I said, he has like a nicely carved table leg with a big square end. Like you see a couple of the edges have rounded up at this point as he's like just clobbering people, right?
That's good. That's good. Yeah, that's how you
He
do it.
says at the
He's a
table,
good boy.
That's how you work him in. Yeah, that's how you work him in.
bringing people down. You're not eating anybody this time.
No.
Just, you know.
I'm not. I'm not ingesting anyone. This is a good, just fun
Exactly.
brawl.
That's yeah.
I'm not here for lives. I'm here for fun.
Punch, swings, elbows, the whole thing.
I might crack a few kneecaps, but like
Oh, yeah.
Meanwhile,
Look, it's
Rethel,
stupid.
you managed to somehow like direct the flow of this. You notice that the staff are not having it.
Yeah.
Like some of them are just like trying to dodge and not get hurt. So you managed to create a little corridor.
Yeah.
They follow the barks of the dog.
Yeah.
And sort of manage to funnel outside. right?
Anyone who's like out gets yeeted into the
Yep.
street. Like I'm like, well, you're done. So
A couple of times
You're not
it
allowed
does
to-
happen that you
Yeah.
see somebody pull out a knife,
just,
right?
just
No.
elbow,
and
just yeah,
like,
just
nope,
yeah, just
nope, and
yeah.
then kick the weapons outside.
snap
right?
a wrist. Just, mm-mm.
So it's manages to stay clean, and before long, like it's sort of organized. Like you can clearly see from your vantage point, like the two sides fighting at this point. Which this is
Oh yeah, shouting, ha ha! Just yeah, the glee of it. Yeah, it's like
this is the scene you walk up to at this point. Your dog is barking and getting like the staff to exit. Like when you walk in, like the owner is like standing outside. He's bleeding from the forehead, just like hands on his hips, like watching through a window. Shit is flying out.
someone tries to swing on me and overextend, so I duck and then just use that momentum to push him back into the fray.
Yep. Go back
I'm like,
in.
good hustle, yeah.
You clearly hear your dog barking as the last person like evacuates out of the store. Like it's like a scrawny little boy, like probably like 14 or 15, and like he sort of steps outside like and sort of slides when he sees you, and like he puts up fists, like very
He's
like,
learning. He's good. All right.
tentatively.
Decent
She's
range.
like, pats him on the head.
No.
Remember, closer to the face. Closer to the face. Keep the guard.
It's like, stay outside. She kind of looks at the dog and she's like,
You get like a.
Please.
The dog is just.
Yeah.
just
Dog
tail
sees
going.
you, and the dog like starts like running in circles
well, I'm-
in front of you, like.
I was worried sick. I'm glad you're having a good time.
I'll talk to you when we get home.
Yeah.
The dog jumps like as
No.
you say that, and just like
Stay. We are having words later.
dog
My
sits
tattoo,
like tongue
my
out
burn
at this
itches.
point.
Aw.
Clearly heated.
That's a new one, isn't it?
So,
Yeah.
how many of those guys do we see are left?
Probably about like 5 or 6 at this point,
And do they
That are
count
in
as
good
a?
shape.
Do they count as a brute squad?
pretty much.
Okay. If everybody's cool with it, I would like to use reckless takedown
Oh, that's
Sure.
fun.
Yeah, go for it.
I do that all the time.
Okay.
We're
because
here for a fun time. If if you're good, then feel free.
Jimena's about to come in and be the Spanish mother and ruin
Yeah.
everybody's
Yeah,
good
so yeah,
time.
might as well.
Get it while you
That
can.
Yeah.
sounds like a good time.
So
Yeah.
You can't scold them when they're all on the ground. Basically, like, how dare you
once he's
start this brawl and endanger my dog?
so at whatever point he notices that they're kind of like grouped up,
then
right? Marcus reaches over, finds a table, and grabs it, lifts it over his head, and jumps through the air and slams it down on top
What is
of
this?
the.
Ladders, tables, and chairs?
Oh yeah!
It's Marcus with
Come
the
on.
table.
Ah! Oh my
Jump
God! That
on the
missionary
table.
company had a family.
Please jump on the
the
table and just
humanity.
write it down.
Yeah. So yeah, he picks it up, he jumps and slams the whole table down on the entire group of the rest of them. And I will spend that hero point and take that dramatic wound.
Yep.
Oh,
It,
oh,
you
no
take a
mind.
dramatic
Why do you have
wound
so many
as
tasty
the
things in
table
your
cracks right down the
This was a
middle.
gift.
And
You're like,
you get pelted with like 2 of the legs and shards of wood. Basically, your weapon hurt you more than the brute squad. But
Yeah.
basically, you squeeze them under that table.
Yeah. I told you, you would not walk out of here.
Jenny's like, oh, right, go ahead. Jenny's like, oh, use of table is very good, yes. It
Marcus
makes too much mess.
stands up and starts picking chunks of wood shrapnel out of his skin.
Am I known to anyone?
Klaus,
I need everyone to
Heinrich,
have
you alright?
something on.
Yep. I'm fine.
I'm
good,
laughing
Uncle.
and have a body over my shoulder. Just yeet it into the
Jenny's just
sheet.
sitting on like a pile of men drinking like an ale.
Yep.
Just sort of like
Jimena, you're into this.
Yeah.
It smells
Suddenly,
like sweat.
kicking
and-
her little feet.
Oh, she knows what this smells like. She's been here before.
A
She was on the bed.
average height, kind of chubby, tan yet freckled lady with hair that you're not entirely positive what fucking color it's supposed to be at this point.
It's seen some things.
It's
Yeah, it's repeatedly dyed color.
yeah,
It's got roots.
it's brown,
It's like long hair, but it's all roots. Like
but she walks in right in the doorway, hands on hips. And suddenly all of the lights in the room get brighter.
Oh no, they turned on the lights of the show. Now I got to see what I was looking at.
Yep.
And you just hear a Oscar!
And Jenny's like, ooh.
Yep.
All 3 of the Ison boys stand at attention.
Emil's like, you're in trouble.
Yep. Oscar.
And she
Oscar. Like,
locks eyes with Oscar. And then she's just walking, she's stomping, stepping over and on bodies.
Zhenya actually
Does not
does
care.
this to Emil, like, come here, child.
yeah, Emil like gives a look to his brother, like.
I've got a new sister now.
And then he's like, I got a new family here.
You're on your own, bro.
I will. That in those eyes you see are
have to
like
look
I
out
will
for my
always
future.
remember you, brother.
I'll pour one out to you in the future.
Visit your gravestone.
She hands him her ale.
Damn it.
There you go.
And she comes right up to Oscar and like she's chest height probably on him. I don't know how
Oscar's standing at attention. Like you see the soldier coming back.
And she's just like, what were you doing with my dog?
Well, first I went to take him for a walk.
Right.
I know what that meant.
Why does this tiny woman
I invented the
terrify me
dog
so?
walk. I invented the dog walk. You're not gonna teach this to me.
I was there, witch.
Do not say the deep magic
Not
to me.
like the deep magic to me, witch. I was there.
Because it makes sense for Jenny. I've given her. She
was
speaks
going at the
Iceland now,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
so it makes sense. And she
She needs to know
to
what a
you
summon
in
is.
Iceland, like this is going to be so fun.
Oscar is like.
As he's finally kind of notices you're on the top of the body. He's like,
Oh, of course. No, watch. It's more fun.
Oscar at this point is like he's having like the stance of basically like a soldier getting yelled at by a drill sergeant. He's just like hands behind his back, like standing straight. He's like he's got like a black eye, right? Like
He knows where he was caught off base, and he was not, and he's just ready.
And he's
to...
like,
Oopsie poodle.
I was not thinking, ma'am. The dog was with me when the fight erupted and seemed to have had fun, and therefore I did nothing before bringing him back. I will take whatever punishment you wish to
fucking great.
visit upon me.
She kind of gives him like a... And then...
He's cute.
And then, does he have any, like... I mean, obviously he's busted.
Go ahead and
Yeah,
make
yeah.
a wits plus notice.
I have a lot of notes actually.
You might.
she kind of
I
like-
don't have a lot of hide, so you.
I will give you this one.
Whoa.
And don't think I'm not serious.
Again, just looking like, not even like looking down, like looking straight ahead, and he's like, yes, ma'am. Thank you for your magnanimity. I will not forget.
You hear it as I roll another person's
You
body out the
hear
wall.
a bark as the dog like looks like inside the room from outside, and you see Oscar like.
I know.
6.
You notice me plop a healthy fucking sack of coins behind the bar, like where drinks and stuff are prepared, so it's not easy to see. I'm just like,
Jenya hops down and starts writing chairs and tables.
Once he notices,
Whatever's not broken.
And then Jimena looks at Oscar in the face and is like, sit. Your face is busted.
Oscar's in Iceland. Oscar and him are
Emil are
Iceland.
Iceland,
yeah.
He sits down like there's no words of protest, no nothing. He just sits and
you would probably
just lets it
recognize
happen.
the stance of which one's the one that also does the Zweihander?
Both of them.
Okay, yeah, you would probably clock that. They
As
both know.
whenever he goes to start doing that, because he heard you. Obviously, everybody heard you chew him out.
It was part of the fun.
Marcus comes over and says, I apologize for starting a large fight. It was not this boy's fault. They said some very unkind things. I got a little out of hand.
Oh, you're fine. I'm not worried of whose fault it is. I just want to know why he brought my dog here. It's an entirely separate issue.
It's like this should happen.
Then he realizes that there's a dog. Why did you bring a dog into a bar fight?
See, this is the question I asked.
You
The
get
dog
like,
is the dog.
you get the
The accents are blending.
Yeah, no,
together.
fuck this.
I'm really happy that I'm getting. I'm locking onto the German, not the Russian that I usually try to do.
welcome to this table where accents don't matter.
The dog is a. The dog.
He's
Bird?
a dog.
Yeah, no, he's
Bird is
trying
back.
to claw through.
This guy's
Coming out your chest like a. I'm back.
No! Hello, my baby.
Go back.
Hello, my baby.
Get back in there.
I wasn't this one all along.
The dog is
Oh no.
a valuable member of our operation.
See,
You get
my
two sharp
nose
barks.
is very large, baby.
You get two sharp barks, like as in like. Did you see this? I save all these people. Like
He
this
gets
is
taken
big.
on many walks these days. I don't know
He's
why
our
they
chief
keep
morale
taking him
officer.
for walks.
It's a good boy.
Emil
Very good boy.
coughs.
Yes,
Marcus
you are.
kind of looks at all of you
Just fixing everything.
and just like notices that. Jimenez.
The
I am
other
Jimena.
Jimenez is my
Bless you.
betrothed.
No, it's
Mendez.
Oh, Mendez.
Oh, Jimenez.
I am Jimena.
Sorry, yeah.
Oh,
They are
okay.
Mendez y Mendez.
Too much. Too much.
My.
not. I know this one in your language. Gesundheit.
My Castilian is not the best. I apologize.
She switches over to Eisen. Who are you looking for?
Oh, well, you. Well, not you specifically, but the group of you.
We are not Jimenez.
A couple axes.
I-
Axes come out.
Yeah.
And I just sort of.
No. I apologize. My.
Eisen.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I don't understand that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. We're all just like,
We switch back over to
Oscar
most people-
actually-
Thean is the
Thean.
basic.
Okay,
Thean is
Oscar
fine.
will actually translate for you for the parts that are in
Yeah.
Eisen. Since you're
Yeah.
patching its
Yeah.
face,
Yeah.
he'll basically do
You will
that.
notice every once in a while, his wounds just sort of cauterize themselves.
Nice. I like it. He switches back over to Thean. Just
Yeah.
many apologies for getting your name wrong. My name is Marcus Westerhaus. This is my brother Klaus and my nephew Heinrich. We are here looking for you.
Then the axes just sort of.
Invested. I think he's fine.
He says back in Veston, yes, we're fine.
Well, there you are. See?
I don't know if that makes me feel better. Or
It's just
But again,
Half
Shania
with
trusts
axes
everyone
in.
she meets for the
Yeah.
first
yeah,
time.
which is also clock. And I'm sort of.
Me and my family here, I've heard tales that you have been to our country and you know of the troubles and the problems that Eisen has. We have an issue with the local lord, the one that kind of covers our town, or what is left of it. And the nobles have decided to kind of leave it to rot and not try to take back what is supposed to be ours.
Zhenya does mumble something a little bit under her breath about, well, you turned your back on your land and it's... Your earth is unhappy with how you've treated it.
Yeah.
But that's beside the
Yeah.
point. Sorry.
Yeah. I can't say that you're wrong.
If it's
But-
rotting, it's your...
It says, the nobles have deigned not to help us deal with a particular individual who is... I do not want to use the words that I would like to use because there is improper company. But
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
look at her.
No, I'm over here. I'm
Yeah.
way far away right now.
and he says,
whatever word you were thinking of, Klaus says out loud.
yeah,
That word.
yeah, he is.
What would...
Like, fucker or
Oh,
whatever.
just cocksucker or something.
Yeah.
He's trying to. I'm trying to be polite,
Ah.
and but
No, but Klaus
they
is
are,
not.
they are.
Mr. Klaus House.
Klaus house.
I clocked that. I'm sorry.
We
So
would
did
like
I.
we would like
Like
you
Klaus
to assist us in deposing this.
Of course we will. Just,
he-
this is Shania.
As soon as she said that, she's like,
Tanya,
like,
I know we're the people who apparently are now the people who
They
destabilize.
need help. We can help.
Yes.
We
in
need
this,
help.
I am not going back into that haunted forest.
We have
It's not haunted. It's just full of
no,
creatures.
it's haunted. Okay, look.
Oh,
no,
it is
never
very
finishes
haunted.
his
You're right to
story.
be.
It's
You're right to be
terrible.
suspicious.
See?
But if you talk to them properly, they're very nice back.
Look, however we fix it, we have one
No, they're
more.
not.
Of course they are.
Look, I don't.
We're going to have some questions.
I'm here for either one, but we currently have a war right now. We are trying to finish first, and then a wedding, I think, and then.
It's not the right time of spring. I can't get married if it's not the... Morosco needs to be able to still touch the ground when Medved comes back
So,
out.
so we're still in the
I
middle
just
of a
bought
war.
a house.
But
Oh,
Okay? I
congratulations.
did that this
I was
morning.
wondering
They
if
were
you
not
actually
actually that
meant
mean.
the.
They were all very friendly.
No, it's the people that work there
Oh my
are pretty
God.
friendly. Usually the
Seraphine's
people
wedding.
waiting
It was
outside
Jose.
are not unhappy. They're
Jose
very
helped.
happy.
Oh.
that's
I mean,
my
there's
boy.
two.
He's
There's
good.
like,
He's good
yeah,
man, Jose.
two
Yeah.
weddings
There's
and a
two
war.
so-
he says, well, we don't have money, unfortunately.
I don't
we
need
are
money.
But
We could make some.
true.
I'll find a way to make
it's
some.
true.
Don't worry.
we are more than willing to offer our services to as barter for this for your help.
If people need to be saved, that's we don't take money for helping
Klaus.
people.
Speak for yourself, Juan.
I didn't buy my house on charity.
He says, "I must apologize. We come from you.
But
If
with
you know
ill-gotten
anything of my
gains.
culture, we
course
come
I
from
do.
we come from a very mercenary.
Do you know anything of my culture? Wow, and I'm Indian today.
No,
he
that's
probably
really
does
sweet.
actually.
That's
So
what-
Yeah, and so in my culture, if someone needs help, you help them, no questions asked. Because if
Klaus,
you don't help them, they die.
yeah, no, that's fair enough. Okay.
Klaus said, well, seems like you have a war to fight. We're soldiers. So
Well, good.
it seems pretty easy for me.
We can put you in the detachment when the ghost hunters get here because they've got
Oh,
a bunch
yes.
of trainees. So you seem
What
like
is it? General? No, I'm the general.
I do have to ask: is
General-
this is not
General
going to
Villalma.
be
Yeah,
too
it's
far
coming.
into the future, right?
no, like we're
well, they're
gonna.
coming like in a few days.
Yeah, we're going to have a
lot.
party where we're going to murder a few people first, and
They
then
need to
and
be
then
murdered.
That's why I bought the house. So we
Exactly.
could kill people in it.
again.
Again.
Well,
see?
first we're going to make someone watch me kill the people, and then they can make
One-
decisions.
and then, yes.
Yeah.
That's how we're going to do it.
As you're having this,
Marcus is looking around, seeing that we're still in a bar, just like openly talking about this.
Oh yeah.
as you're having this conversation, you hear the sound of like shifting wood, like somebody stepping over rubble, and you hear in Castilian like, "Goddamn lost dogs! Like, look at this place!" And the proprietor is stepping back now with this place in fucking shambles. It's like that's it. They're cut. None of them is allowed into this bar ever again.
None
That
of
is a
them
very
stayed
good
upright.
life
Yeah.
choice. Yeah.
Can I fix the tables?
Yes.
Okay, wait, no, hold on. And then she sort of like settles down and puts her hands flush with the dirt, and then all of a sudden all the tables just start like forcing themselves
Yeah.
back together again.
Including
Is-
the one that you broke.
Well, I wish you.
Is this better?
Well, I wish you'd have told me you were going to do that, or I wouldn't put as much in the pot.
I cannot fix
does
this
the thing where
the
like
stonework or the glass.
Like, well, yeah, no, it's okay.
I can.
It's not like I worry. Like,
I can fix the glass.
Reto does the thing where you put a couple bills down and you're like,
He rushes back in and is like,
it's like if that was work they were going to have to put in, but now they don't. So it's all right, whatever.
I
It's
can
fine.
help. I
No,
will.
we're it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
All the tables and chairs
Yeah.
just sit back up again.
He,
That's better.
Marcus apologizes to the proprietor and he says, we will. I apologize. I will take my leave from this the establishment and I'll see you all outside. He walks over to.
you're fine. He points at your table. He's like, this is pristine.
That's true.
You're good.
Good work.
Everybody else broke everything.
Yeah. Is it?
Well, then he sits back down and starts chewing on his giant ham again.
Right?
Oh, Jimena has now seen that there's food. She's entirely distracted.
Yep.
I lean out the door and I go, Jose! And I just hold out my hand and wait to grab as Correo runs by.
Coreo passes by.
This gnarly
window.
urchin appears in my fist, still running like a cartoon. And I go,
Just cast summon Coreo.
and I go,
At
Jose!
you.
And I
At
hold
you,
it right in
Jose.
front of me.
Yes, boss.
You know you're my favorite.
That's what I'm told.
Yeah. Don't tell the others.
I don't.
They get jealous.
I barely see them.
Ah, good.
They sit behind desks.
I know, nerds.
You.
I go, you see those three scary men back there?
Yes, I do. He's
now he's just limp.
I go, are you hungry, Jose?
held by the scruff.
Yeah.
Yes,
Kinda.
I'm hungry.
Okay, we're gonna get you a fourth plate and you can eat with them.
Okay.
And when they're ready, bring them to the headquarters
Okay.
and they'll go from there.
Okay. How fast?
Huh? As fast as they need to go. So if you need to run around the block a couple times, you need to stay by.
Okay.
Okay. And
I'm slower when I'm full.
Gotta go fast.
well
Gotta go
then
fast.
we'll meet that in the middle. So I drop him.
Okay.
Gotta go fast.
He
gotta go
just
fast.
jumps over the rubble,
Yeah.
like sort of hopscotches up to the table.
And I go, this is Jose Correo. Once you guys are done, he'll take you to the headquarters. You don't need to go to the headquarters. You're going to go to the house across the street from the headquarters. You'll notice it because I'll be out front whittling.
There are
Okay.
many plants.
Yes.
More plants than anywhere else.
And if you see any cats, don't talk to them.
Tuck is very friendly.
Okay, well, I don't know how you truck with supernatural
Next,
creatures. So
I'll be
do-
honest. I'm not much of a cat person. I really love dogs. But
Well, as far as I know, none of the dogs are supernatural. We're
Yeah, you
working
just
on
have
it,
to
though.
watch for the clothes
Yeah.
now and then.
Yep.
But the cats, whatever you do with a cat is on you. I tried to warn you.
As you're sitting at the table, like Heinrich is like looking at one of the shadowed corner of the room, and is like, there were more of them.
Heinrich, I would
Over there.
suggest you don't ask too many questions at this point.
No, but they were like 4 or 5, and they're not there anymore.
Do we catch this?
Yeah.
And I go,
That's
Oh.
where Evine was last seen.
that's Evine. There is technically only one of them, but then again,
It's best not to think about it too hard.
The cat
There-
is her friend.
If you mention the
They're
kids
on-
While
three
this conversation has been happening, no one noticed, but suddenly Jimena also has a giant thing of hair. And it's just like, oh yeah,
He's
don't
just
ask
like-
about it.
Hey, that's the thing that you can do here. A plate is put on the table, and Jose Correo sits down. And he's like, "Hi, I'm Jose," and just starts
Hi,
eating,
I'm
like, head
Marcus.
down.
So Marcus is
That's
currently
my boy.
trying to figure things out in his head because this tiny girl beat the shit out of a bunch of dudes, and this tiny girl is currently wolfing down an entire ham.
It's not
Oh, yeah.
tiny.
Well, I mean,
This-
by
I mean,
comparison,
comparison to you, yeah.
yes, because Marcus is the one who's like, "Oh, I'm giant and I eat everything."
I need all this stuff to keep this giant body running.
And,
Yeah.
and not only did the tiny girl who beat all the people up, she just mended all the woodwork in
Yeah,
the
so-
room.
well, that it's
My body's made of fire. I
Yes.
must fuel it.
literal calories. That's how they're measured.
Burning constantly.
just constant.
death breathers.
Yep.
Um,
But yeah, Jose is just completely preoccupied at this point with his bowl of food. They literally just like, "Hi, I'm Jose," and just
No, that's-
head down, scarfing.
Attaboy.
It's like, eat slower, you'll give yourself a stomachache.
You get a nod.
No, yeah, the spoon hits the plate for like a beat, and then right back. Just long enough to get mom off his back.
Hey, it's crispy bottom.
Yeah. Jose runs.
And so yeah,
Faster.
I pour myself a tankard, and I'm like, doodoo, and I just pick up my hat
So what am I
and
up
start
to
start
now?
walking back out.
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile,
at Il Duce,
Oh.
Leandro is sort of working with.
Il Duce is a high fashion shop
Mm.
that she owns, and Leandro is her husband.
He's working with your shop manager, looking over the ledgers, looking at the orders, and he's sort of after he's gotten the whole lowdown, he says, "What about our special order for Inquisitor Mazabi? We had some disturbing news yesterday, and I want to make sure that
that's true.
his protective garments for him and his bodyguards are ready post haste. Please make sure that the tailors and the seamstresses take care of this order.
Can
in
I make him
priority.
extra protective?
I mean, you're going to be able to.
Yay! I'm gonna roll things.
The
Leandro
woman of the
looks-
cloth helping the men of the cloth.
Leandro looks at you
The woman with the cloth?
with his
helping
good
the man
eye
with the
and
cloth?
says, "Well, dearest, what fabric were you thinking of using?"
Kevlar.
Kevlar. this is just
Area
it's just
Area's
area
fashion
now.
Kevlar.
it's just
from-
it's just vampires all over again.
Yep.
Yep, because all of our games are in the same universe.
They are.
Fucking, like, game canon be damned.
Well, I'll probably explain something about like a silk cotton blend, but blah 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 magic.
Right. He sort of looks like at a couple of the
Oh,
books and he says,
punch
"Well,
No, I thought my purse was
we
here,
do
and then I
have a
remembered
couple
that I left it
pieces in
over
red
there, and I was like, oh, my job is
here
dead.
in the shop.
But I'm gonna
Would you like to have a look at them?"
Yes, of course.
And he takes you to the back room, like pulls a couple drawers, then pulls like a big bolt of cloth. This one, I think, would fit your criteria.
Yes. How formal is it supposed to be? Because I'm thinking in my head, we could also have like some sort of overlay with like some brocade, make it nice. But the interior is going to be more this fabric and
we can make a couple.
fancy clothes.
Your blade turning smock, my lord.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
right. Here's your armored castle.
I mean, that was.
Dude, do you
Everyone was
remember
like
when
that
Armored
too.
Cassock opened for
That's right.
True.
Opening for Armored Saint.
That's right.
Is that a real band? Armored Saint?
That is.
I believe that one.
Yeah.
That is a real band. We get really the cheese up.
So
Armored Cossack, Armored
shall I
Saint,
roll
and
the thingies?
Sabaton.
There we go. There's
Do you
Sabaton, yeah.
also want me to roll craft?
Yes,
Okay.
please do.
Because I'm gonna roll craft
And
before
you
I roll.
know
the
the
fancy
you know the
bits.
rigmarole.
Okay.
What are you thinking
Yes.
of, and what is your
Bits.
intent as you're observing those garments?
Ooh. Well, I know that Mzabi is potentially going to be in danger.
Yep.
So my thoughts are, oh jeez. I can't ask that because
Did I-
that's a little too much.
Did I make you guys shit out of the bones of the fucking mantis creature we fought in the forest?
I don't.
I do scrimshaw.
You
I've got sheaths for my knives, and Ricardo
I
has a
would
gun
like
grip.
Yeah,
This-
that was their wedding present.
This
But I don't-
garment
I don't
to
know what
be
you made it
able
from.
to
No, I think
allow
that
its
was real.
wearer
I
to
think that was
survive
like
one,
walrus or
Okay.
whale.
lethal
Oh, I
blow.
did.
Like
Maybe it was
something
a
that
bad
would actually
material
kill.
for it or something.
so you want
Just one.
You're thinking about
That would've been cool.
preserving
I feel like you did do
his
something with it,
Mazabi's
but
life.
I don't
Yeah,
remember
because I'm not
That's it.
thinking like
Yeah.
like no damage ever, but more like if this is something that's going to
Those were during
Sure.
the lost
lead
days.
to, you know, a mortal wound.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, yeah,
Actually,
that makes
I think
sense.
that predated them.
almost like the clothes will take the damage instead.
Nice.
Of course, that means he's gonna be naked, but whatever, okay.
Yeah, better naked and alive than
It's fine.
clothed and dead.
He's a good-looking man.
Uh huh. It's true.
He's got that.
Oh, I have to roll the things. Didn't even roll the things yet.
He's got that chiseled Ifri look.
That chiseled every look.
So roll
He's
your
got
craft.
the look.
As you're thinking through it, like, you never get word from this, but the impression you seem to get from your hat is purity of purpose is the best armor.
Gesundheit.
Don't disagree.
You don't think this in those exact terms, but this is the impression you get.
What is this thing?
Amanda always yells a random color and animal combination.
That works.
That's her deal.
Oh, did
And
you
he
send
answers
that?
off.
Yes.
Whatever it was to Amanda?
To scare hiccups away, Amanda.
The Kookaburra video that you saw?
Oh no, I didn't.
Amanda does love kookaburras.
I'm sorry, I should have.
I don't have any memory of this random animal and color.
No, there is a video I saw the other
With a
day.
different person.
Okay, I got 9.
No, it was you.
Okay. I will bank that. Take a note. And then as the garment is being made,
The look on your face is so like, oh god.
Who was that?
all right. Are you seeking any of your employees?
Well, yeah. So when are we doing this party? Do we have like weeks lead
I
in,
don't
or are
think
we
that
just
you've decided.
we're just doing it tomorrow?
You
like
can't. You know from the list of people that you have that you're gonna have to give it a little bit of time.
Yeah, we should
because if
absolutely do it at like the end of the week as
If you expect high society
as
to
a
show up,
housewarming party for the
Yeah.
the baronet rising through the ranks rapidly.
plus the house was literally just purchased, you probably need to go do a tour of the house.
well, then that means I can take longer on this thing because
Yeah.
I actually rolled kind of low for me on that.
Okay.
So there's that, but also
You'll get a chance to reinforce it. So.
But also, I'm like, yes, I would want to talk to them because my thought is that I'm on a roll in there with at least myself, Leandro, and a couple of others. But I don't really just want to order them to do stuff. That's not really how I work with this kind of thing anyway, because that's a dangerous situation.
Yeah.
So I would ask them whether they would want to be involved, but there would definitely be death happening here.
Well, if you summon them and ask them specifically that,
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Just look at the. Benedetta is in.
Of course.
The oldest is.
She's the one that's like really gung ho about everything, right?
Well, she's a firebrand, so she's absolutely happy to be part of this. The other two are a little bit more reluctant, not because they don't want to help, but when they speak up about it, like you get a little bit of a hint of the middle sister is kind of like very reluctant for a reason, probably having to do, I don't know, like there's some past experiences coming to this.
Well, if I see hesitation, I'm not going to make them go. So
For
I
her
will ask
younger
Lavinia.
sister, her younger sister is like, I think I will also remain, just
That is fine.
so sister is not alone.
I will ask Lavinia as well.
Yeah, Lavinia is like, I will go.
Tell them do it.
I would love to see this unfold.
And I'd explain. I mean, I'll have more time to explain it, but more or less, like because there's going to be a lot of things that have to happen at once. I want to be able to link with people so I can see what's happening, or we can see what's happening in multiple places of the party.
Benedetta says, well, there'll be 3 of us, and we've already established that this can work with
Mm-hmm.
small pools of people, so let's do this.
Great.
Lavinia's like, I can't tell what, but a number of things will be brought to a close.
One way or another, that is the point. We can but guide it that way. We will see what fate has in store.
I want to
Death
help.
for everyone. Sorry.
Tell me how I can.
Do I know if Lavinia has any like actual combat experience?
She's not much of a fighter, but she's been in on the battlefield.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like for Lavinia, probably I'd need to pair her with someone who can fight. Like honestly, everyone should have a buddy.
Benedetta has some combat experience.
I think I'll have to do that for all of them, but we'll figure that out once we know who's in and who isn't. But yeah, maybe more or less I'll explain to you where a lot of it is going to be like being incognito among these like rich folks, watching things as they unfold, and certain individuals will need to be placed into areas that are out of the way. And you know, I'll of course go over who these need to be and like descriptions of them if we have them. I don't know if we have that or not, but I assume Lavinia will be really good at memorizing that kind of stuff, so I'm not worried about that at all.
Plus you have some time to set up, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, of the two, I think Lavinia would be very good at being discreet. Bernadetta would be kind of the one, well, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we have some time to figure this out.
But yeah, at least I know that they want to be involved, which also means I know who I need to make outfits for, because we're gonna roll it in style. Come on. Oh, the manor needs livery. I mean, they need a consistent sort of ensemble.
Speaking
they probably
of which,
already have something though, don't they? But I would need to make
there's
something.
some, but I mean, there hasn't been like an actual owner of the house for a little bit.
And I would also need to make
killed that guy.
That's true. I guess they would have to be in De La Vega's colors now.
Yep.
So
we'll have to establish what that is.
Yeah.
Whatever you like.
Make it up as we go along.
Don't give Jimena that kind of power.
No, I'm not giving Jimena that kind of power. I'm giving Megan that kind of power.
Jesus.
I mean, as long as it's not some sort of weird dye that I don't have
I actually think in game, Marilena would be the best to come up with it, since she has.
That's true.
She has, I guess, the most high society training background, and they'll be incredible colors.
Well, there has to be fire on it somewhere.
Oh yeah,
that's right.
Oh, don't ask Marcus about colors. We'll say brown.
Yeah. Brown and gray.
Yeah, but then I would be like, so a caramel brown or a fawn brown or a earthy umber brown, and you'd just be like brown.
Brown, like
the dirt.
Right.
Mud brown.
Yep.
That's but there's earth brown in a more deserty climate, and earth brown. Anyway.
Mud brown, iron gray.
I hadn't mentioned this at this point, and I just thought about it, that Marcus does have the although his family members don't, he does have that weird genetic trait that some Eisen do, where he has like stark black hair and a red beard and facial hair. So
nice.
Jimena is suspicious.
It's highly suspect.
Like,
You have two colors.
like, is that on purpose or is it natural?
I didn't choose to make it like this. It's like this.
Neither did her.
I could fix it for you.
No. I like the way it is.
Okay, but if you ever want the matching set,
Brushing her
fucked
color
up weird
hair,
hair.
question mark.
during that squadron battle out at sea, it was 3 frigates that we. Because I gave one and I gave another one and I kept one. Okay.
3.
So anyway, like that whole thing goes by. We have things to discuss for later.
Leandro takes a few notes and then says, "Yeah, speaking of livery, I think we should try to figure out about visiting the house, about seeing how many of these outfits we're going to have to make. Of course, Mazabi's commission will have to come first, but once that is done, that should be our next priority. Plus, we need to look at making clothes for all of our comrades."
I'm gonna the Marcus's measurements will be interesting.
You're gonna need more cloth.
It's like, really?
He looks at
Is this really a person? Are we dressing a horse?
He sort of makes a list and then looks at it and then looks at your manager and he's like, "We're going to have to start hiring more tailors, more seamstresses. So if you could start to get the word around. We are going to need to expand. I wonder how much that building next door would be."
Man, we're just...
Yeah,
I have a Monopoly side game.
He's
happening in the
mostly
city.
sort of talking out loud.
Economy mini game.
Yeah.
That's right. We're playing your strategy mini game. But yeah, after a little while, you do finish that business.
Well,
you
still
leave
going
the
through
shop.
tutorial.
As
You
go.
got the level.
I
Boost.
got home and no one's there, right?
No, you travel back arm in arm
I
with
tried to play WoW
Leandro.
for the first time.
Yeah.
Because
And then-
when I started to play WoW, it was like, oh, you automatically hit level 60. Now I have like 40
You,
things in my dual
Yeah. Yeah.
You
My hotbars
hear
were
barking
shit. I don't know
in
what
one
any
of the
of this
nearby
does.
taverns, and as you
Those
pass
are
by,
fun.
you see a bunch of people on the ground, on the
Oh, I pressed this
cobblestones.
button and a whole bunch of things explode. Cool.
Because you're perceptive, you see that the side of this building also has a stack of people, like in the back, passed out, piled into like garbage and over crates, and they all seem to be wearing the same colors.
I feel okay. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel if I just like very briefly pattern sight, I know exactly what happened
Oh yeah.
because I know these people already. And I'm just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like, I am Zhenya, this is Rattle, this is him.
Yeah. So you step, you open
Wheel.
the door, and truth be told, you see this
This happened.
assemblage of people with 3 people.
But
you
no
don't
one calls me
recognize.
Rethold here. Here I'm Juan Mendez.
I have
It's very
never
s-
called you that.
It's very strange about
Well,
his name.
It's like I've called you nothing but
Yeah,
Rethold.
because you guys are cool.
And then he calls everyone else Jose. He has no regard
No,
for the...
you have to be you have to be a special
Jose.
you have to be a special person for me to call you Jose.
I think you are taking away their power by stripping them of their real name.
No,
You're
that's
not going
exactly
to try to call
what.
me Jose. Damn it, I'm starting to talk like...
I heard
You're not
it.
trying to call me Jose.
No, you seem exceptional. No, and that's exactly how
Oh, what's that?
you seem. No, that's exactly correct. That's how
I'm
that's how
gonna
you
tell,
get them to reform. Magnus,
Magnus.
he'll be jealous. Yeah,
Yes.
you should meet Magnus.
You have 2 big boys.
Suddenly, and then
I
it
want
has
to
like
see
a
you too.
1,000-yard stare.
Yeah.
Trigger.
I'm narrating the shit that you're thinking. I'm like, yeah, I'd like to see you two stand toe
The
to toe.
images.
Yeah, and then it's like I would say.
Oh,
it
she's
might
writing
be
her
hard to
erotic
be in
fan
front of
fiction
one
again.
another.
That's exactly the point.
You know,
really-
I'll tell... Or,
For several
you know, I will
reasons.
tell you is that back in the army, me and we would go pound fist to fist all the time. I would love to meet this
Oh.
Magnus and see.
They
I
keep
would-
saying that to me.
The
and
lights are
Magnus
getting
pounding.
brighter again,
Flicker, flicker, flicker,
but
flicker.
in a
Little
decidedly
sparks.
warm way. Last time you felt the anger.
In a
This
bout
time
of-
it's
Oh,
Yeah.
Marilena, this is one of our friends too.
Oh,
Hello.
Yes,
You
yes.
missed a bar fight.
I mean, I do
The
like it.
tables are fixed, but there's like
I
all
do
sorts
like
of
I
drunk
love
lying all over
Cortina
the
saying,
place.
Yes.
"I'm Marilena de Verno."
if you're putting on airs and everything like that, then Marcus stands up, and so do his two boys, and they all bow and say, "Nice to meet you. My name is Marcus Westerhaus. This is Klaus, my brother, and this is Heinrich, my nephew."
That's good to meet you.
Oh yes, and this is Emil, and that one is Oscar.
Yes, I see that some action occurred.
Oscar is
But
like,
I've missed
his
something.
face got
Yeah, no, you
fixed,
see
but
me.
he's
I've
all
put my shirt
busted
back
up.
on. I'm fixing the hat, and I'm like, yeah, but it's all done, so I'm going home.
Yeah, no.
To
I thought
to
we
my
were having
side,
a
it
beer.
went.
Well, I was
It
going to
went
take it
quite
home
well
to
for all
a
of
meeting,
you.
but I
Oh.
guess we can all go. I mean,
Oh, I should take one home to Kasha.
no, that'd be nice.
the ham hog is gone by the way.
Oh yeah, no. There's 2 bones just there, just like.
She has like a roll. She's still going. It hasn't stopped.
Using it to like tap her.
Yeah, basically.
Heinrich is just like almost 1,000 yards staring you, and this is like, how does she?
Yeah.
Where does she put it all?
Right.
Burns away
John,
inside me.
what do we like
my
better
bosom.
for the frigate? The taciturn swan or the taciturn goose?
Oh,
Swan, please.
Swan, yeah.
Swan.
Gooses are assholes, unless that's
Swans are
what
worse.
you
Swans
want.
are awful.
Swans are
Swans are
worse.
much bigger than geese. I
They
found
are.
out.
See,
we-
and that's
so-
where I went because it's a frigate, so it's a smaller, lighter
Yeah,
armed
yeah.
craft, not
But I
necessarily
really
a
hate
man of war.
Yeah. I think
No one
Swan.
likes geese.
Dude, the aqueduct that runs behind where the In and Out
This
is.
is my
Yeah.
this is my other mini
We
game.
drove
Oh, yeah.
past
Yeah.
it 10
Have you
times.
seen-
It was
have you seen the
entirely
other ships?
full of
Yeah.
seagulls
No.
and geese.
Oh, huzzah!
I
Let
was
me.
like,
let me
guys,
show
I'm
you-
not
let me
asking
show
you
you
to
my
fish.
swan.
I already know the ones that he
You
has.
can,
Yeah.
but I will.
They just stand in the middle of them and
I
they
think
just
Jaren
eat
wants
them,
to stab them,
Yeah.
so
That thinks
I
they
will
eat them.
wait.
which doesn't surprise
I
me.
will wait. I think a bit until this happens,
So
I
this
don't
is the
have
first
you
ship we
change your
captured
weekend.
and refitted.
Sure.
Jenny goes to the bar and gets 2 like
You can read.
growlers, I guess. That's a thing here.
And then we
can
Sure.
read
Mark
yeah,
markets.
found a
big
sloop
tankards.
that I
Yeah,
had
the
her
isn't
and
he
her
like the War
cousin
and Stein?
burn
Yeah.
out
What's the other one?
Whatever the-
a
I mean,
deck
they have
Okay.
jugs.
to
Yeah.
refit.
Yeah, jugs.
Chug a whale.
They're
Yeah.
on topic here because I just
The float.
The
And
3
the-
X's
it's,
on
it's
it.
pronounced
Yeah,
float.
100%.
Float of the Valkyrie. Oh.
And this one is a
This
custom
one
ship
is
that
for
I've
Kasha, and this one
developed.
is for.
That's basically a
Gotcha.
a-
Okay,
a
let's
mix
go.
between a man of war and a ramming raiding ship, and
Yeah,
it's
so-
dumb.
I'm gonna
and
ram him.
It's,
Tony,
I
ram
did.
him.
I did.
Yes.
I've
we
put
did.
basically
That happened.
anchor harpoons on them, so that when you
Yeah.
ram them, the
By
harpoons
the way, I think
disengage
I'm
from
not
the
going to
superstructure
disclose
of the ship.
my
And then I
my
tear down the
thing until we're not in a public
they,
place.
They disconnect from the
It's too
superstructure
dangerous
of
for
the
fake
ramming
witches.
ship. You row back from the affected ship, and now it has extra weight, so the holes are below the water line.
That's so stupid.
It is, yeah. You can only use them once per combat, and you have to go back and get them refitted. But it's so worth it. And so yeah, so that's. And that's not counting the Sable Wren. The Sable Wren is actually a cousin ship, and then La Belle en Blanche, which is
Ballon
Ballon
Blanc, the white whale.
is actually Jimena's home ship that she
That's
served
Jimena's
on
backstory.
for many
But
years.
then the characters have become
That's where Magnus comes.
extended crew.
They're they're
The ocean
NPCs we
rejects
can
me.
they're NPCs that we can no yeah that's a whole other thing. We have to make sure she doesn't fall in the water because bad things will happen.
And I shouldn't be in the air too long.
Because bad things will probably happen.
And his crew is now back together. Corio is like finished with his bow at this point. Is like
Yeah,
looks around. Is like, do
that's why you're the smart one.
I still need to
Yeah.
bring everybody home? Okay. So can I go?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, you're free.
This
All right,
building,
boss.
Thank you.
this
He
building
just
needs
slides
more
off
murder
his
holes.
chair.
We need to have like closets with like murder holes and shit. Anyway,
Oh yeah. for the new house.
I mean, if it's made of wood, then we do.
It's made of stone. You do.
yeah, if it's made of anything.
Yeah.
You know, just kidding.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, the stone has to
The
be a
closets are
particular
made of
way,
fire.
Like I can't like every stone.
It has to.
I
Be,
mean,
it has
like-
to be sedimentary.
Of course,
Yeah.
of
do you
course.
realize you can build yourself your own arch villain trap with fire ever burning at the bottom?
Are we
Yeah.
the baddies?
We could be.
Surely no.
You could
Oh, yeah,
then
that's
fucking like
Hexenbuck,
build a
so-
trap door.
So,
I don't
so
know
wait,
what
though,
that is.
Oh, actually, what it is, like, just goes
No, I
into
feel
huge
laser sharks.
explanation.
So the whole time I'm trying to figure out whether or not what I do does or does not count. So it's interesting. I'm like,
When we were in Isen, when we went to save Veronica,
oh yeah,
that's what happened.
okay,
We went inside to the brains,
okay,
right.
yeah,
and I killed
So
the
right
demon.
now, my assumption is that
okay.
we're
but
not
I'm
trying
still,
to let
I'm still not
anyone
sure
know
whether
we're
or not
actually
done the
killing
thing
a
he
new
says I
one.
shouldn't be.
It's just gonna
I think you are.
happen,
I don't
right?
think so either.
You're
but-
not.
Okay.
Because unlike the rest
That's
of
cool.
y'all,
Oh, sorry.
I'm very incognito. So I mean, I was like, wait, are we just killing people, or are we like?
No. We are inviting
Being,
people
like,
to a party because
fancy
we
and-
need everyone.
Yeah.
The
to
new Baronetta is inviting people to her house.
Yeah.
Once they are at the
Fictitious
party and we have
Baronetta.
locked the doors,
There is a particular person that I need to kill.
we are going to kill specific people in front of some of the other people, and then they can decide whether they want to also be killed or not.
This
Those are
is
the
where
five that
we
are
the
like the
Dandy-
main.
Yeah.
Then they can decide if they want to be killed.
Because those are the ones that were
Your choice.
Salvatore was
We-
on the fence about.
Do you want to live, asshole?
Yeah, we asked the Grand Ducato.
The Grand Avocado.
Yeah.
The Grand Avocado.
Um,
Yeah, I remember that part. I was just
Yeah.
like,
we
So-
asked her, you know.
but are we
gonna
inviting
miss anyone on
people
this list?
that are not on the list?
Well, they're probably going to be there anyway
I
because
mean, we have
it's
to
like
have a
plus
real
one.
party.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like, but that's why I was thinking when I was talking to my people.
No, we're going to have a
That-
special murder room.
There's
We're-
gonna
that
be
we're gonna-
VIP.
We're gonna maneuver
Yeah.
certain individuals
Exactly.
to that
Yeah.
place.
Yes.
Get a velvet rope everything will be fine. Then you just got to go on the other
I
side
mean,
of
that's
the
what we
road.
did last time. We
Yeah,
just
be on
got
the
people
list.
in the rooms we needed them in, and then
And you already have a
Took care of
list.
what
We just we
So-
just have a raffle and we're like say raffle winners, you go in here.
So yeah, at this point,
esteemed guests.
Esteemed guest, the Baronetta would like to take you in her quarters this way.
Yeah.
And
At
everyone
this
gets
point,
led to a different room.
Mm-hmm.
Jimena's a homeowner. So,
Ah, wouldn't that be nice?
Right? What a thing.
right.
I had a whole cul-de-sac.
Well, I mean, no one's gonna buy this place ever again because the previous guy
Well,
got killed.
Legally,
Then-
Mendez
then a
and
bunch of
Mendez
people
owns it
died
now,
in
so it's
there.
great.
No Castine was gonna want to be in there. It's gonna have to be exercised so much it's basically torn down and built
Oh
back up
God!
again.
Technically, you own it.
Jenny could fill it full of ghosts. It's fine.
Huh?
Technically,
Jimena.
Zhenya has a. You don't actually, because you're a fake person.
Yeah.
Jimena used her money, though.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
all right. Well, okay. We can
Plus,
change the
Jimena-
paperwork to put you on the title.
The loophole
Aren't
is
we
that
all trying to be
Jimena's
fake people?
signature is
Is
very
It's the wrong
illegible.
signature.
Yeah.
So
It's not
she
that it's
could
the
have
wrong
signed her own name.
signature. It's just
Yeah.
you can't tell what it is.
I mean, Jenya's signature is a crude drawing.
Oh, it's not just an X.
It's a dick butt.
No, it's a very crude drawing that looks like
Yeah.
a polar bear with his head tucked back sleeping.
Aww.
Because Jenya's always sleeping.
Yeah,
That's
it
right.
was a lot of
Virginia can't
loops
write.
and fancy things, but you can't actually tell if there's letters in specifically not Jimena's signature, but in
Yeah.
Baronetta's signature.
If
we were
heading back to the house, is what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Whenever that happens, the Marcus as everybody's getting up, he does walk over to the door, and a thing that's like draped in a sheet that's just been kind of sitting there this whole time. He just picks it up, and you can see that it's clearly got some sort of handle, and he just holds it over his back. He walks out, and it is fucking stupidly large. Whatever it is that he's carrying.
Oh, so berserk.
Yeah.
You see,
Trigon, motherfucker.
You see,
What's his name from Final Fantasy X?
No,
Emil-
it's not Squall. He's
That-
not Cloud. He's Zack.
Wolfwood.
He's a berserk
Emil-
he's a Guts
None
cosplayer.
of those are from
Emil actually like
Final Fantasy X?
gives you a look
Oh, Orin.
with
for a
his
bit, and then
hand
he's
in
like,
Jesus, Tony.
That's 7. Yeah.
Cloud is 7.
7's the
Yep.
worst. I hate it.
Zack and Cloud are 7. Yeah. But because I was stealing my joke from Berserker Bridged, where they keep calling Guts a Cloud cosplayer, and he's like, "No, I'm a Zack cosplayer
yeah. It's the other
because
way
my
around.
hair is black."
Yeah.
Nice,
Not
nice.
blonde.
Yeah, that and you actually have respect for yourself. Anyway.
Anywho.
We Emil gives you a look like, oh, yeah, okay, gotcha. There's no words, but
Mhm.
you see the.
Do we have enough room for more people in there? Probably.
That's why we're getting an estate.
We've noticed lately that this house seems to expand as we
That's
need
what I was wondering. Does it really?
Have you ever read House of Leaves?
it, right?
Hmm.
It's like we always seem to have a room.
Well, I mean, Jenny's given up 2 already, so
Yeah.
Technically speaking, Jimena doesn't actually
Nobody's
sleep
gonna
in
live
her
at that house eventually.
Yeah.
Genia's gonna have her own house.
Brethel
like-
has always slept in the hammock on the back.
I
porch,
mean-
so
Jenya has a house, so
Yep.
she and Ricardo can just go to the house. It's a little bit of a walk from
No,
here.
there's
though.
there's ways to
so
make
is the
it
estate.
Yeah.
work at the house. Like there's not
You can pitch a tent.
more room.
Dick jokes.
A
Yeah.
ways away on La
That's what we
Belle
do.
Blanche, Magnus just elbows Captain Carmagnac. He's
Esteban.
like, you hear that? No? Alright.
All right.
Ernesto.
I was gonna
Ernesto.
say, I know
Not
Ernesto
Esteban.
chuckles,
Ernesto. Yeah.
chuckles
Yeah.
to himself, and
Takes
then
another drag.
immediately, and then immediately just looks back off.
Yep. It's like that moment passed. Alright, we're done with that moment of mirth.
It's serious times. Serious o'clock.
So yeah, so you get brought in immediately as you step in. You are beset by a short, rotund Castilian woman
Oh, Augustine.
Hey, she's
Hi,
back.
Beck.
who
Jimena.
immediately is like, my name is Augustina. Welcome home. Grab a seat. I'm almost done with dinner.
Jimena like runs up and like wraps her arms around because he's like, I missed you.
I brought
He's like, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I am very hungry, so yes, please. He goes and takes a seat.
Good. My type.
Bench tilts.
Yeah.
Sit.
She sort of glances like towards the entrance.
Are you
at
like gonna
the,
be surprised that I eat a normal amount of food? Like,
I'm just gonna eat like 10 plates.
No,
of
but
it,
this
so.
one is so like
Oh, I see. Yeah.
and I'm just like
Yeah, she's the
Cutting.
normal one.
Physically normal.
Yep.
Yeah, outwardly
using
normal.
utensils, all these things.
Yeah.
properly.
She's outwardly
For what they
normal,
needed
but
to
then
be.
she makes clothes that kill people.
That's
They
fine.
have a mind of their own, and
Hey, my clothes are protecting people nowadays.
I mean, that
How
musher
many of
dress.
us do have the able drinker feet? Okay,
and
good.
Amanda.
Nice.
Amanda.
Yeah, man had to.
Amanda
sure.
Ganesh, like
I
it's-
did actually get drunk once and got really disorderly, but
I had
that was a while
able
ago.
drinker and cast iron stomach.
Yeah, same.
Jimena
Yeah.
has able drinker, cast iron stomach, and poison immunity.
Yeah,
so.
same.
Do I have
Only
one?
recently.
I'm like, well, I live in Eisen. I should probably
I have to
all
have
this
poison
stuff.
immunity in case I've accidentally poisoned myself.
That is very smart.
Jimena could
I have pain
feasibly
tolerance.
taste test her potions
But
if
I
she
have,
wasn't sure.
Yeah.
I have a sorcery that
Even if it's acid,
that
it's
I-
like,
that cures that.
oh yeah, that's
Poison.
I
acid.
have an idea, actually.
Yeah?
It's dumb,
Go on.
but combining my alchemy and my fire sorcery,
Uh-huh.
would it be possible to give myself not necessarily acid blood,
Oh, you want me?
but like,
Yeah,
to fucking Grigia people,
yeah,
like melt their faces.
yeah. Grigia and Amaris.
Amaris,
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Amaris had acid spit.
Yeah, so did Grigia because she had quietus.
Yeah.
So.
That was just a snake.
This is something we can absolutely look at.
Yeah.
At that level,
Because I was like, I had all 5 dots of dominate, but I don't think I ever used them all.
yeah, you basically are all taken care of, you and your relatives. After a bit, an older
Jenya brings out
gentleman.
Ricardo for you. This one's mine.
Yeah.
I found this new one. He's very strange.
You get I'm Ricardo Mendez, I suppose, of the Mendez y Mendez fame.
Like no relation.
Jenya is just beaming at him like, look at this man.
At some point,
There's
I probably
no-
introduced mine.
There's
too.
no maybe.
Yeah.
You signed the
The
paperwork, so
partners.
Oh,
he's
yeah,
clearly
Is Rodrigo here or is he?
Rodrigo is also
Yeah,
here. The
like,
whole
this is my
everybody
cousin
here.
Rodrigo. Like, how many fucking people live in this?
Yeah, there's
A lot of
20.
people. But this is
Veronica!
a big house.
Yeah.
why do you think I let Magnus go? Because I'm like, I don't need any more fucking pets. I got Jose's.
Mine
Well,
just stay
Magnus-
at the shop and then they go home.
Yeah.
There
Magnus
would
has a
not be enough
home.
space.
Magnus has a home. He's just the pet that you feed sometimes. Like when
He's the
just, like,
stray cat that like hangs out for a week and then like fucks off for a
He
month.
just
And
comes
then,
in.
like, one day
Nobody
you come
feels
home
like-
and it's in your house, and you're like,
Yeah.
how'd you get in?
He just walks in for a snack periodically, and then he goes back home.
Yeah.
The snack is
Sleeps in
usually
your
left
bed for a
over.
little while and fucks off.
Yeah. He
And
comes
then-
to hang out when there's shenanigans and opportunities to wear his headdress.
Yeah.
Brings up Veronica. This is my little sister, Veronica. Vanushka, this is this is Marcus, whatever, Van something. Zhenya would know.
Whatever
Shan-
fans.
yeah.
Zhenya would be very specific
She
about
was
this.
dead for 5 years.
She
Which
was
strange.
asleep.
She was not dead.
She
She was
effectively.
under control of it. Earmuffs.
Earmuffs.
She was under control of a demon, which is why we had to go to Eisen to meet. Which is why we had to go to Eisen, where I met my very good friend Blo.
Ah.
Oh,
Release.
and I suppose also.
And she doesn't know any of these.
After the earmuffs.
At some point during the night, I will have to ask you what you think of Fate Witches. Basically.
Oh,
I have heard of the workers from Vodachi.
That's right.
I've heard of you. I have not experienced any of your work before. I have not encountered them. They don't. The Vodachi do not like to come to Eisen for whatever reason.
It's very strange. It's a very nice place.
I left that for
I
a
don't
reason.
begin to know what you are talking about. That place is scary.
But mostly, first of all,
I don't know why I just became like
the first
someone
rule
from
of Fate Witch is to
Wakanda.
not talk about
I
Fate
don't know
Witch.
what I did.
The accents just ebb
Yeah,
and flow.
it's just messed up. I don't know.
All of us
this
are
game so much. Every,
In that's okay.
Every
The
accent.
game where
That's
John
what-
gets to feel like he doesn't have the dumbest accent.
Yeah!
that's right.
It's like, I know where mine comes from.
I'm not even
Where yours
trying at this
fucking-
Mine
point.
is just
Whatever.
baked in. Like there's no escape
You,
in it.
you all adopted your accents. I was born put into it, molded by it.
merely adopted.
But
ridiculous
anyway, like
accents.
the whole
I was
point
born
is
to it.
telling people about it because everyone who is part of this needs to know, but also don't report us
Yep.
because
No.
then we might have to kill you.
You are helping me. I'm not going to report
Snitches get
anybody.
stitches.
And then Zhenya tells Marilena all about how we're gonna go to Ison and help his people and
Yeah.
blah blah
Oh,
blah.
we're
blah,
going
blah.
back there. Okay.
Yes, of course. Well, most of the platoon from earlier is coming here. They might be here in time for the wedding.
Actually, no, it's not their platoon. It's their recruits that they're training.
It's my cousin and them.
This is
Oh,
a Jaren
your-
question.
Yeah, my actual cousin.
Why-
Not the
Why is
whatever,
having a
but
bad
like my
Fate
female
Witch a bad
cousin.
thing around?
who
Who's
we
Is it
met
like
there
is
in
it
Ison.
the
Because
Nevada scene
she's
that hate
coming
them or
around.
something? Is
Well,
that-
they do,
Yeah.
but
down
they're
with the
officially they
troop
do,
of-
but they're
No,
also
she's
not.
coming specifically for the wedding.
Yeah.
Her crew is still staying there because there's bad juju in the woods, so they gotta stand guard.
Yeah, bad.
But
I gave them a fancy axe.
basically,
Why help make it? Yeah.
I gave him his fist.
the people coming, they're gonna be new recruits,
Yeah.
and there's gonna be people that are being trained by them. You're basically getting. So that Major Krauser that you met up there,
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
boss is coming.
Ah, yes.
Okay, cool.
The general is coming down because they're in Montaigne right now.
Because we
And-
left that small village of liberated individuals who are living a shared a shared autocracy underneath this.
Yeah,
this
the first
faux-
Montang that I was like, I don't want to kill you on the spot.
Yeah, you actually saved those villagers.
Yep.
Now they're a secret crow cell.
But yeah, okay.
This happened like months ago, like in game, like maybe 2-3 months ago. Like this has been
But 2 years ago, for us,
years.
Yeah.
Like real
That was
time.
pre-pandemic.
that was
Yeah.
straight
Yeah, yeah.
pandemic.
It was during, I thought.
Because those were during the Lost Days
Oh yeah, you're right.
that we weren't recording.
Okay, so anyway, about Fate Witches.
Yeah.
So Fate Witches are kind of like they don't have
I
rights
love when you
basically.
mock.
Oh,
They're
okay.
extremely powerful, but they are pretty much owned by merchant princes and whoever else like has the enough influence to have one at their disposal.
Oh, okay.
They're usually never taught to read, which is why the fact that I know how to read is a thing. And they're not allowed to leave unless they are in the company of somebody that owns them.
Okay.
The merchant princes. And
I am a free Fate Witch. That is terrifying.
people
to
in
Vodachi.
Vodachi like keep those secrets close to their chest because one, the mystique helps them, and two, like Fate Witches are kind of scary. Like they can basically see the strands of fate. They can tie strands together.
Okay.
There's rumors of Fate Witches that can cut them and basically kill people.
And,
Right?
and honestly, the fact that I have so there's something like 5 or 6 Fate Witches that work with me now, and that is not a thing you do either.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to have covens. It's bad.
I see.
It's,
At least to them it is.
they treat it like contraband, which is shitty because it's people. But
Yeah.
that's how they approach it.
I would say from that perspective, then Marcus, he probably knows at least a little bit of that. Maybe not a lot, but he's got a lot of scholarship, so he's probably at least
Oh,
you
yeah.
probably know.
got a
that.
concept of what's going on.
You know the how they're used and what the
Lots
basis
of
is.
complaints.
But so then he's very much so a lot of the state's untrustworthy, fuck the state kind of thing going on. So yeah, he's not gonna out anybody.
I think Salvador will like you.
The last time he trusted the state, we got into a holy war that lasted 30 years.
Yeah, and fucked over your
And
land.
fucked over our land and made zombies a thing.
And technically, Emil and Oscar are under my employ. I originally hired them to protect me before I actually learned how to stab people myself.
Yeah, I mean, our job got better. More so for some of us, like Oscar just like elbowed.
Man.
Some of us don't have to take the dog. I mean, it's like, shut up.
Please do not alert the sister.
Right. Don't make it seem like
I feel like the euphemism is confused now. What?
He does say...
for some of us it's confused.
He does
For
talk
some
to
of us it isn't.
Oscar and Emil. He says, what part of Eisen did you all come from, out of curiosity?
The
South, actually.
I win.
Oscar says, yeah, we drifted along with my uncle's company for a while. We sort of hired ourselves out as mercenaries, and then eventually my uncle passed away, unfortunately from illness, not combat, which is not how you wanted to see.
That looks like it really struck Shenya. Like,
not how you wanted to see this great man go. And then after he died, the company sort of fell apart. There was a bit of bickering as to who would take over, and his second in command wanted it, and then there were some folks who supported me and the doofus to take it. We didn't want no part of that, so we started drifting around and went freelance. And then we landed here. Best gig ever. Good food, good pay. And then he says, like, very low under his breath, good tavern brawls.
Yes, they could hit a bit harder.
they could.
Says,
there are people coming who will definitely.
On the food point, you're the first Eisen we've really been able to have friendly contact with outside of when we've been traveling. And do you know if there's anyone who can make? And he talks about that bit of strudel that he's or streusel that he was.
I mean, if you tell Augustine.
Yeah, almost simultaneously, like they go like.
She can learn anything.
Yeah.
That Emil leans in and he's like, that lady is magic.
We all are.
I will die for these people if I can get some of that. We haven't had those kind of apples in the region for 20 years at this point.
Yeah. In Eisen, like, Emil is
I
like...
would assume that Jenny can make those apples happen.
No, like, Jenny's already doing that, like, because she understands the Eisen, it's just like, what type of apple?
He explains it's a
vegan pasta.
Yeah, it's a whole thing where he said it's basically the concept is that the dirt and the earth near where his homeland is or his home like city is apples that they grow there take on a very earthy flavor for whatever reason because of the dirt or because of the.
You get a really wistful look from both of them, like as you mentioned that, like they just like nod and listen to your description of it, and they just get lost in the moment for a bit, like they're just.
Jenny goes. It will take me a week. Yes.
Yeah, that's also a thing that happens.
The concept is effectively an apple crossed with a truffle, pretty much.
Yeah.
And I'm like
a dirt apple, if you will.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Oscar.
She like very like distractedly just stands up and walks outside. Like, huh.
I don't know really what the theist version of God in heaven would be, but
the theist.
I mean, you can just say that.
Yeah. Theist is the god.
I mean,
Yep.
you can just say Gott in Himmel because
that works.
Jimena rolls around being like Dios mío.
All right,
Yeah.
That's because Megan can't think of anything better than just actual.
No, this
I mean, no, that's fair. Yeah.
Good.
This is European racist. The game.
Pretty
Dios
much.
mío, I guess. But
We,
it doesn't hit the same way.
No.
Oscar like leans in and like in Eisen he's like very uncharacteristically like serious. He's like, no, it's true of us too, right? We got hired to die for these people. Like I would do it for free now.
we still want to make sure you eat.
Well,
And
unless you
Apple-
speak as
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't
did
know.
not catch.
I do actually.
So there you go.
Yeah, because they taught her.
Yeah.
Yep. That's right.
Then
I
yes,
think Jimena is like the one person who doesn't speak Iceland.
Oh, I know.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Us together.
Evine speaks every.
Yeah,
every
Evine
day.
speaks everything.
I took linguist because he's supposed to be well taught. So
Oh, there you go.
Heinrich turns and then Evine is just next to him and be like, hello.
yeah.
Yep.
Do you want a cookie?
Evine's
Might I
like,
offer you a
fellow
scone?
linguist?
Yeah.
Oh, capital.
I
Would
wish
you
they
like
were.
to pet my cat?
You see me lean in from the chair out front.
A black cat.
Don't do it.
A black cat, like, very lazily passes
Oh
outside.
no, here it is.
You can see it pass like through the windows.
You hear
There's new
Jenya,
people in
Good
there."
evening. Thank you for coming to visit.
Do I get to eat them?
In the back of your head, Marcus, you hear a very low, gravelly voice, think like Tom Waits,
Yeah, I
that
gotcha.
says, "Oh, welcome. You also look fun."
Just imagining this thing in the background.
Yep. And the cat just like lazily passes along. We'll see each other, I'm sure.
I am ordained by the All Father to be able to negate whatever that thing does. I don't know what you're going to do about it, so just saying. I came out the other day and they were giving it pets, scritches, and milk. And then we were giving it sailors.
That's right.
Didn't we feed it the captain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It ate a few
Who was a
souls.
sailor?
It ate a few souls and it ate a few of the sailors whole.
Did we give it the captain? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just everybody did.
No, really. It dragged the captain
Yeah.
We're
out
like,
into
this
some
one's for
shadow
you.
somewhere.
Saw that happen.
He
Yeah.
like,
like,
I'm
he
just
like
gonna
dragged
take
it
this.
behind the barrel, but the body just disappeared.
So if you were trying to be cute, you would call it a force multiplier, but I call it a terrible thing to inflict on any soul attempting to meet its destiny. But, well, you know, it's only so much I can do.
Jenya comes back in, covered in dirt, all smudged up, and goes,
You'll have like
that
five.
should work.
Yeah,
Give it a week.
like
she'll have like
I find
five
it at
different
least-
trees for you to sample to see which one's the right strain.
More than a little
And
creepy because I
it's
can't
really,
really
dude,
see
it's
it.
been
No.
amazing
Even
for brewing.
all.
No.
No.
This thing is invisible to you.
It's
I don't
Kinda
know,
scary.
not that.
Evine
but,
is like
you
that
know,
to
you
you
can
sometimes,
mention
like,
a
this
type
thing
of,
is just
a type of root and what have you.
never
you know.
there.
the
Even when it's in
bees-
the room.
I'm more into pickling.
Oh,
It's like a little
Oh, the
hole
preserve.
fade
Oh,
that just
Yeah.
like moves
Get out the
along.
jar.
Look at that.
Let's
thing.
get the jar. Yeah,
He stops to say, "Do you have sauerkraut?"
and I
Of
go,
course.
oh yeah, oh. It's like,
40 varieties.
it's like the chef and the sommelier
Jimena is
all
like
of a
sitting
sudden.
with her like meat and bread and just eyebrows, just like
Yeah, they're out with the weird jars again.
I
Yeah.
can't
Pickle
understand
food.
why she can't get into vinegar, but whatever. Okay, so look, this
no,
one.
this
yeah.
is the best one. This one comes
Here's
from
a
my
look,
homeland.
we'll set them up with a couple flights. And
We need more. Do we have any more of the bread?
There's
from
sauerkraut
Sauerkraut
sampler. I'll have the subject ladders, please. and just, like,
Vanushka,
open these
is there
jars.
any more of the rye
This is
bread?
like for the point. Like these three guys have been eating basically trail rations
Oh, yeah.
and salted meat for like 3 weeks at this point to get here,
You're
and is
gonna-
now being presented with sauerkraut flights. and
Heinrich is
probably the best
getting
pumpernickel I've
special
ever had.
attention from the
Sometimes I
cook,
eat my enemies.
and
I mean, also true.
oh,
your nephew
no.
is getting a lot of attention from Augustina.
Oh,
Really?
Okay, I'm missing something there. Oh no!
Oh man!
Because they lost their
Um,
son.
Oh
Sorry
no!
about Heinrich's age. I think.
Now
Yeah.
we're
and,
all
and
sad.
that's why we're all happy to see. You know, like I'll fucking tell you outside. So just yesterday we got the sob story that her and her husband's of. Yeah, he'll be back later. He's a spindly Montana.
Oh, he's here now.
He's
Yeah.
probably just
Oh, look,
he's
there,
out there looking in the distance like
he
a
was
Frenchman.
Hello,
inside.
Xavier.
He's now in the gatehouse with the horses.
Yeah.
He's no longer
They
inside.
both had a son, the same who was probably the
Possibly.
same age as your nephew, and he went on. He died, and you know
Why
that's
would
very
then Rethel
sad.
tell the story?
And so,
Rethel will be
And-
attacked like a bludgeon.
and today,
What?
and
Jack?
today was like his birthday or the anniversary of the death. I don't remember.
The
Either
Oscar
way,
would have taken his
they
spirit
were
on
both-
to the best world.
Either way, they were both out today and last night, and it was all very sad. So that's why we were excited to see her when we got home, and so now that's why he's going to be sick in the morning. So just you can tell your brother however you need. Yeah, so there you
I
go.
can make
y'all
sure
caught
he's
up.
not sick in the morning.
Oh, that's true, actually. Yeah. Oh,
She,
yeah.
From somewhere on her person, she pulls out a little vial of like an oddly colored
She hasn't
liquid.
blown anyone up in a very long time. I would trust her now.
Yeah, no, this one. Yeah.
No, I've gotten much better. Thank
great,
you.
Yeah, very
great
good.
length, great strides in her process.
I'm going to trust most things that you say at this moment.
I'm not allowed to lie.
He's just like, this is a lot of information, and I'm just gonna roll with it at this point.
No, that's
It's like, this is what I
Yes,
wanted.
please.
Also, this is very overwhelming right now.
Matushka will take away my powers if I lie. Then I can't protect anyone.
Like, you know what? Just have
So that's
5 years.
about.
Have
Ooh,
5
that's
years
what
of
it's spicy.
content in one
You
night.
need to try the
Just
Seals
go ahead.
jam.
Yeah.
It's my favorite.
Oh yes, no, this one's good.
Seals jam.
Yeah, it's actually jam made from the blood of seals.
Yeah,
That's-
no, this one's
Because
delicious.
that's where she's from.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, Heinrich tries all. Not Heinrich.
Marcus.
You put food in front of Marcus, he will eat it. So
It's best on a dry bread.
No, it's fine on its own.
I agree. I eat it from jar.
Just siphon it right from the jar.
Yeah.
It sits on your fork, and that's how you know it's good.
Go
He
straight
says
to
as
the
he pulls a
blubber.
long fork from his belt. It's like, oh yes, with a little bone handle.
Just this beautiful little weird.
Yeah. So you get a lot of insight into this crew.
This
Tonight.
Eastern European ridiculousness.
Food
What?
keeps coming as long as someone is hungry.
I'm actually also really amused that we're kind of sitting in like that. Like you guys are from that side of the Europe and we're from this side.
Yeah.
I mean, the other two Ison are with us.
Yeah.
I'm the table right now, the way we're sitting.
Oh, yeah.
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 Player white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're from the civilized part of the continent.
Amanda's technically on this side of me, so you know that
Yeah.
side.
Yeah. Even is wherever.
Yeah.
And we can keep switching seats.
Yep.
What do fairy
Throughout
people
the
eat
evening.
anyways?
Cream,
Honey,
honeys.
like honey,
Soap.
sugar.
I feel like Evine at least once says something
In
and
his
then
spring soap.
answers themselves from the other side of the table. Right? Just to mess with
Dear
people's
God.
head. Like, just like pose something and then like suddenly they're on the other side of the table and just answer as if.
The whole conversation with themselves.
Yep.
Love it.
Yeah. Sounds
And
like a
nothing's
thing.
ever addressed. As long as Evine is involved, there's always good booze about too. There's some quality liquor. Because Evine doesn't get drunk, and Evine partakes quite a bit.
So fun, so fun.
So yeah, so you get a lot of good insight.
Crash course in the
You have to
crazies.
promise that you're gonna be, as long as you're around, you're gonna have to be living here, at least for the time being. You're not allowed to leave anymore.
You're not allowed to
Oh,
live.
no.
We keep you now.
You've been,
Suddenly shackles appear
Yep.
on your
you've been adopted.
Shackles of
now.
kindness.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
right.
don't, you don't need
places a
them.
collar around your
Well,
neck.
It's
yeah.
all
Natasha and I are
panopticon
building
in
a new
here.
home in this blah blah blah.
And through conversation, it seems like the first order of business is going to be planning a party where murder is going to be happening.
Mm-hmm.
So you're getting some insight into your first course of action there. But
I would say this probably isn't his first murder party. So
no.
Not
And I say they're all murder
Well,
parties.
actually,
at this
I don't
point.
know. He comes from the fancy land. So you know, a party of very posh individuals all of a sudden turning into blood and murder. That
Oh,
actually
yeah.
sounds like a party you might have been
There's
to.
still
used
a
to be-
lot of infighting amongst the Iron Princes.
He does explain through his whole thing that he used to be a Vaticine, like devout Vaticine, and worked as a soldier, the
Oh, okay.
the freaking like sort of half noble rank of mercenaries, and so he's done a lot. He's like studied in a really good academy there, and he did all of his like he's military officer kind of stuff going on, and then the shit happened, and then he saw the Vaticine folk murdering a bunch of people that were just not pleased with the priesthood. And he's like, well,
they killed my entire family.
yeah, that's kind of the bit that he's going
Well, I
with.
guess not entire. Rodrigo is here.
They
Yeah.
tried.
They did try, but
We
they
brought him
forgot that those of us that have the gift don't burn. You can't burn a witch if they don't burn.
Yeah, he
I
points
have
out.
no idea what's coming out of my fucking mouth.
happens.
We don't know.
Am I Jewish? I don't know.
Welcome to this
happening.
game.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have an accent. Sometimes
I just think all the ones
I'm
that
just
appear
making
are
sounds out of my face.
hypocrites. And they say one thing, but they do a very other thing. And that's not okay. That's lying. That's punishable.
Yes, very punishable.
I will tell you that there are many members of the church that make use of fate witches despite us being
And they hurt
supposed
Kasha's
to be
friends.
heresy.
So they will all die.
Wait, what the hell is wrong with this game?
The distant.
Ricardo says, well, at least we're friends with a few good eggs on that side of the house.
That is true.
We'll get you introduced at some point.
Okay.
I was very surprised. I shit on him once.
You did.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, you did.
That's right.
No, yeah. Good times.
No
No context though.
no context.
Yeah, you shit on
It's
me.
forbidden.
And I know you're speaking the truth, so
Ricardo is like, yeah, she did.
Yeah, everyone at the table's like, yep, that happened.
My future wife.
That's right.
Shut on a man.
I
the second time
look.
Shut on a priest.
Maybe that's you're a little more. What's the word I'm looking for?
Yeah, the House Wundersex is very well known for it.
He's just gonna say your name.
I don't know how many times you've been to parties in Iceland, but they are really weird.
Jennifer,
I have seen some things.
Jennifer was a party pooper.
Who's a party?
It's a party trick.
I don't think I've ever been at a party that I didn't murder someone in, so that's how I
I mean,
see
that's a
things
calling card
nowadays.
at this
We
point.
were following him and I had to mark him somehow, so.
This is the second time you met him, you were a mouse in my pocket, right?
That's true.
It's true.
Oh, well, thank you guys for letting me join me.
Hey, of course.
Oh yeah, welcome
Say
to
goodnight,
Mass
everybody.
Madness.
For a
Good
while.
night.
Good night.